And now the normal test of seeing if I'm actually coming through or not. I don't think Windows has updated it all, but there's only one way to fucking find out. Okay, it's working correctly. But how is everyone else coming through? Let's find out.
Possibly.
Could it be done?
Yes. Okay, good. Fuck you, Windows Update. That didn't happen.
Aha, we win.
But we lost in the Discord update, sadly.
Only if you're on mobile.
We won, but at what
Oh, is that why
cost?
that looked like shit?
Yep. They thought it was a genius update that they rolled out.
Just like
God, yeah, I remember
NFTs.
that.
Remember when Discord tried to have NFTs?
Yeah, just
Ugh.
cancel your nitros and they'll forget about it sooner. They'll roll it back sooner or later.
I mean, I can't really cancel something I've never considered even. I mean,
I used it exclusively when you'd get free games with it.
oh, I didn't even do that because they wanted your credit card information and like,
They let me use PayPal
yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Same there though. Like, no, you're not getting that. Nope.
I know that we just did it earlier, but who would like to do a quick recap?
I'll do it.
Yay!
So, um, last time, we had just finished snooping around and investigating the Iron Maw estate and finding a big demon summoning circle as well as demon summoning book. We got a response back from Mr. Bonanza, who is an elf noble who we found a dagger that belonged to his son inside the research facility. Um, he did not believe our story about how we found this for the details that we did disclose. And he was dragging us along to the grave of his son and his wife. When we got there, there was a null cultist of some kind doing some sort of profane evil ritual, and he brought them out of their graves. And it turned out that Altair Bunenza is a grave guard, which is like an undead knight, where if you try to put on their armor, it'll kill you. And his wife, Delphine, was a mage, and we had to fight and kill them. And then after that, Fan Daniel, who was the noble who didn't believe us, uh, bribed us to never speak of this again. And then we went on a shopping spree. And that's the end of my story.
Because
And
this
sticking to it.
this is
Beautiful.
my story.
Okay, Titus, however you pronounce it.
I think it's Titus.
So weird.
Yeah,
But
officially,
he's so water themed.
you just hear him laughing at your disbelief in his name.
Ha
He's just like,
ha
oh,
ha
what?
ha ha ha
Ha
ha.
ha 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 ha.
Makes for a great distant laugh sound in the background. When
I fucking love when people use it
She
extremely
just keeps
quietly.
dancing. People die, and Nina dances.
Stay away from the summoner. Anyway, did you guys have a plan on what you were going to do this time?
um, we don't have a lot of great options here right now because we haven't figured out a way into the hydroponics plant, which is 60 feet underwater, and like we don't even have like a proper entrance to it besides like a locked elevator. I want to say I don't exactly remember that.
Well, it was a guarded elevator at least.
Yeah. So it's a guarded elevator. We would either need to contrive some sort of reason to be in there and be let in, or to get Mr. Coldtail out of there, which we haven't done any research into, as far as I'm aware. Um, Torkel is the guy that threatened Nakrat and Kuka into bringing the Ibn Akat, or Ibn Akat, however you say that, the yellow cake, the uranium, the warpstone, whatever joke name we got for it. So he's expecting to get that back, and if we stall for too long on that without some sort of resolution, there will likely be retaliation, particularly on Nakrat and Kuka. Um, Mr. Coinson may have a way of dealing with it, but it's not particularly the first suggestions that he offered were all give it back to the to the Scartolis, which was not amenable to Mr. Gator at that moment in time. And I don't remember much about the strange rat sighting. Does anybody remember that?
That was when Kuka set up the rat network and asked for information about what the Scartolis were doing, and then some of the rats came back saying, "We found a weird rat that has its brain pan open."
Hmm. That may be a witness if it's the cranium rat group. But yeah, we
True.
don't really have much information on that either. Last I remember with the hydroponics lab, we were kind of, if the rumors that Garmer had found out were accurate, Mr. Coldtail is not interested or has grown to care little for growing profitable things, particularly those gemstone trees. And he has grown a love for gardening. And I think we floated the idea of perhaps convincing him to go to the former Presley estate and build a garden there.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
So it could be that we just present that as an option to Mr. Coldtail, perhaps. We say we meet him and we basically say we have a business proposition and we put that on the table, see if he bites. Maybe that's the way we do that.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Sounds good.
You even have a deed to prove that you own the land.
I do. Abner and I bought it.
I don't remember that, but okay.
It's in my notes. And
Yeah,
I'm still
you didn't
I'm
have
still
enough to buy it outright, so you split it between the two of you.
yeah, we both spent like 100 gold.
Well, okay. I guess that makes me a land baron now. Ha ha ha.
You did it.
Yeah. So I'm still catching up the notes in the journal. But everything up to session 40 is in place.
Oh, by the way, since it's in my actors here, and I am reminded of it, going to delete your unseen servant and go into your spell preparation and delete unseen servant, and now find out what it's called now. Oh my god, they changed a lot. Phantasmal minion.
Have we been reborn? Is this it?
Are they just trying to like separate themselves from the other?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
They're
they also
just
changed the stats on it now.
It's not invisible anymore.
So they're
It's
just
not.
Mandela
Oh.
affecting everyone.
No, you
Oh.
can choose.
Oh, and it actually has an icon now too.
So yeah, you can choose to have it invisible or ephemeral, but
Ooh.
it's obviously magic.
It's kind of creepy.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's gonna invoking a little bit of tryptophobia.
Very
Let me pull it up and see what the actual image is.
earthbound guy gas feeling.
It does look like Gygas. Oh my god.
Yeah, not a fan.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
I see eyes.
You cannot
Yeah,
grasp
and
the
a
true
nose.
form.
I see a stormtrooper helmet in the middle.
I see a bird of some kind.
I see like a smushed face in the center, like the two circles are
Yep.
eyes, and then the nose is like lifted up to be between the eyes.
Yeah, then like a little below that, there's like lips and mouth,
Yeah,
kind of like wibble wobble.
It
yeah, like somebody took like
Oh, wait,
what's it?
shit, there's another face. Okay, no, I see the mustache one now.
it may be a Funyurimpa.
It's now its languages is now just understands its creator. It now has stealth. I think it had that before. But it's now mindless. I don't think it was mindless before. So it's just immune to all mind affecting effects. It's also immune to paralyze, poison, precision, and spirit damage and disease. And it's resistant 5 all damage except force and ghost. So questionably better now.
Was it fly 30 before
Yeah,
for
if it
its
was
speed?
flying.
Okay.
It's been downgraded.
Um,
But now you can make it visible and make it look like it's spooky.
yep.
Can I like
Spooky.
can I do a frighten action by showing them Gygas?
Yes, but I think your demoralize is trash, isn't it? Well, it's 13.
It's not great. It's serviceable. Weaklings will be scared of me.
I can't think of anything else that was really changed that much. In terms of like the actual stuff that it does, except for it was originally called Flaming Sphere, right?
I don't have
And
that spell.
now they've changed it to Floating Flame, and it's better because they changed how it's sustained or something like that. It used to have a weird description that was kind of vague, and they changed it, and now it's much better. I think that's about it.
Hmm.
Passing through traits real quick, or feats real quick. Bunch of wizard stuff. I don't even remember what ephemeral tracking was for Ranger, so it was probably not good.
The name doesn't ring a bell.
Gravity Weapon is now Initiate Warden, which is a choice between Gravity Weapon, Heal Companion, or Magic Hide. So it really doesn't matter for you since you're going to take Gravity Weapon anyway. And then the next one at 4 is Advanced Warden, which is Animal Feature, Enlarged Companion, Hunter's Luck, or Soothing Mist, which you took Soothing Mist anyways. And the next one was at 6 for Masterful Warden, which is a choice between Ephemeral Tracking or Ranger's Bramble. Yeah, the tracking one was kind of meh. Ranger's Bramble, I think they made better because it used to be like Entangle, but it dealt damage, and now it's an area. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay. So, how were you going to go about probably speaking to Coldtail? It's either that or tracking down a rat or waiting until tomorrow.
I don't see much point in waiting.
Yeah, especially when we're kind of on a time limit with both the case only having a week and the fact that the longer we wait, the more annoyed that Kuka and Nakra not delivering the item will be.
Yeah. So what are we thinking? Do we want to go after the hydroponics lab and try to resolve that? Or do we want to start the rat lead?
Rat lead.
My vote's for hydroponics.
Okay.
I didn't think about it, but that makes the Moga Village music even more fitting. It's technically not the ocean, but you know, it's still on water.
Let's see what's going on in our quest log.
Did they change a bunch of the item names?
Yes. Is there one
What's
specific you're thinking of?
the Cape of Montebuck?
Cape of the who? What now?
The one that teleports you.
That one has not been changed.
Really? Because I can't find it in the compendium. Weird.
Okay. Other
Oh,
than the
it's called Charlton's Cape now. I think.
That one's not listed in the changes.
So weird. Yeah, it makes sense because the Cape Mountain Bank was in 5e and older D&D games. Makes sense. Makes sense.
But yeah, in our quest log, we don't really have anything besides Gator's quest to go back to Faranga and follow the meteor that hit. So, that much of a better plan, I'd say. Do we want to try to get the hydroponics situation squared away?
Well, what do we need to do?
We need to either. So, Rajira needs control of the lab and knowledge of how to grow the gem trees and harvest from them. So getting rid of tar would be simple enough. There's a variety of ways we could go about that. The simplest would be just going down there, picking a fight, and killing everybody. But we would just need to make sure that there's somebody there that could take over the operation. And that's why I suggested, or not me, but we were thinking that we might be able to convince Tar to leave without a fight by offering him the opportunity to start his own garden at the Presley estate. And then presumably we would just find one of his subordinates and then, all right, you're field promoted to being the boss or his stand in, and let Rajira just formally take control, you know?
Right.
Yeah, which I mean, we basically did every single step for doing that, except for telling them, "Hey, we have the Presley estate," because we went through all that trouble too.
Yeah. So we own the Presley estate land. We already have, well, I say like we, but it's not really like we have them. It's Vuzrat's
Yeah,
already there clearing it along with Guy. You know,
yeah.
Guy's making
Well,
it
but
his
you also
land.
took the time to track down the deed and then come to get it. So, I mean, we just basically just have to turn that in.
You keep cutting out.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, we basically did like all the legwork for doing that. We just have to like quote unquote turn that in whenever it would be appropriate to do so.
Keeps happening.
We got the legwork and turned that in.
It's like as you continue to speak, it gets quieter, like it's
Distant.
going away from you, and you can't hear it anymore.
Yeah, that's what kind of sounds like.
Gosh, I hate this thing so much.
I know. I'm sorry.
Do you need like
No, just I need to set up my actual computer is a problem with my laptop.
I agree.
okay.
It keeps happening.
Jesus.
I guess you need to speak in like short bursts.
Or turn off any sort of auto noise correction that's going on,
Yeah,
maybe.
the noise gain may be the problem. Noise gate, that's what it's called, yeah. It may just be Windows sound, and then it's like the fourth or fifth tab. Okay, he's gone.
Fuck this, I'm restarting Discord.
Here's hoping.
Shall we listen to peaceful music while we wait a little bit? Or
Elevator music.
elevator music's peaceful.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Okay.
the weird, like, swing stuff.
Look, Dub. Garm 2 sheet is basically 100% done. All he needs is fucking what was uh ink blot and the special ink blot shit. I just converted everything else into gold that no one else in the party could use. That was in my inventory basically. So I don't think I could just drag ink blot. Little helper.
I think you can. And I have it under custom item. If you can't, it's just because I haven't made it available
Yeah.
to you.
I'm not gonna drag it yet since I'm currently still an Oracle, and I'll change at the end of this arc.
There you go. I did it for you.
Thank you. Is it worn? How is ink? Yeah, it's just worn. Okay, that makes sense. I think the only things I need now are the Fiendish Bargain ability.
You should just be able to
It's
take that from your primary sheet and drag it to the second one, and it will create a copy instead of
oh
dragging
sweet.
it.
Is that? Let's see. Wow, it did it. Delightful.
Well, while we wait for Fitzy, there we go.
Speak of the
Waiting
devil.
complete.
I had no idea that I could draw.
Oh, that's rough.
Hate this.
What?
And
Hates it.
I
He
think
hates
if
it.
you go to Windows, Sound, um, Communications, it may be that one that's fucking it up. If you select Do Nothing, maybe it'll fix it.
There's also a noise suppression setting in Discord,
Yeah, it could
as
be
well
that
as
too.
automatic gain control.
Yeah, I was trying to find the noise suppression. It wasn't in voice and video though.
It is. You just have to go scroll down.
Let's see.
Oh, we don't have the sheet with the free archetypes.
Um, that's new.
Is free archetype not on there? Because if it is, I need to enable it.
It doesn't. All my free archetype feats seem to be in the bonus feats instead of like in the free archetype tab. No, it's an archetype feat. What? What? What are bonus feats then?
Your ancestry
Oh,
feats. I need to go to.
gotcha. These are ancestry feats, not
I
archetype
need to
feats.
go to settings and then workbench and then client automate. No, not that one. One of these. There's one.
It was ancestral paragon. I
Yeah,
think we
I
were
need to
using.
turn it
Yeah,
on through workbench because it is now deprecated in the Pathfinder 2 system itself.
gotcha.
Ancestry Paragon, there we go. Save, save, and I need to
A lot of
refresh,
things
so
have
I'm going to
changed,
switch to
friends.
this screen. And now F5. And over here, F5. I guess I don't technically need to switch the screen anymore because it's not showing my IP, it's showing the game link.
Yeah.
But oh well, I've already done it.
Do we also F5?
If you want to have the slot in your sheet for the Ancestry Paragon stuff, yeah.
I shall, for organization purposes.
Do like organize.
So
Was that any better?
So far it is.
You
So
sound
far.
better.
Okay, because God.
Try to say something for 2 minutes. We'll see if it
What?
fades away.
I don't talk for. Wait, do I talk for that long? I guess I do ramble sometimes. Yeah. Anything? No.
Okay,
Nothing?
cool, perfect,
Yeah.
beautiful. You're clear and you
Oh.
don't fade away now.
Just imagining Fitzy like just on a boat for like a love tunnel, just fading away into
Oh
darkness.
God.
On his own, just like
Yes, by himself.
of those swan boats.
Do I at least have like the Italian style like paddle thing to like?
A gondolier, a gondola,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, like a
paddle.
well, no, like the gondola stick though. Like
Just the stick
yeah,
itself.
just the stick. You know.
I don't know how much you need the gondola stick in the love tunnel.
It's
I
for
mean,
the aesthetic.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna ask for like an actual gondola guy, and I'm like, this is awkward, but I'll allow it.
Are you trained to use the gondola stick? I don't know if OSHA allows
That's another stick that we need to add to Garmurm's collection.
a gondola. It's so long. Such a long stick.
That's why it'll be important for the collection.
That's just a 10-foot pole, right? Do those
Just put
still
a
exist?
just put a really thick spear tip on the end, and it's just a pike.
Wow.
They don't have a pike in Pathfinder 2, do they?
Wait, do they not?
Huh. Ancestry thing isn't updated yet.
If you scroll up, it should be up there. The slot should be up.
The slot.
I'm
Oh,
still loading
everything
it.
is. Oh, that's right. Everything is frozen. Let's see.
So, it looks like PF2E Tools does have pike, boarding pike, and a breaching pike, and a
But not a pike.
There it is.
apparently not.
Ancestry pit.
No,
Yeah, there's your slots now.
Yay!
Do I need to put things in them?
You can just drag it from bonus feats to Ancestry Paragon.
Yeah.
And they now have a version of that for dual class as well, but the dual class one still does not give you all your proper proficiencies, so it's literally just for tracking.
anyways, Fitzy, you were saying that we've done the legwork and this is like turning in a homework assignment, and then you
Yeah, it's
fade
just
it
we
off.
need to figure out when it's appropriate to go and tell them this, and essentially just turn in the quest. We just haven't done that.
Yeah, so let's go find it out then.
Yeah, I mean, you can give us another possibility or something to do next. Besides,
It's fading away.
It's happening again.
He's not fighting for me, he's just started really quiet.
Oh,
this is why I don't like microphones that are in earpieces at all.
Yep.
yeah.
It may just be one of those microphones where you gotta move it right next to your mouth.
I can't. It's literally two things that just go in my ears, and that's it.
That's
It's
so
not
odd.
like the Apple headphones where it's got it like hanging down on
No.
the string and you can hold it up to your mouth.
There's no string.
Does that
It's
mean?
yeah, no, it's just like
Do you need money for a USB headset?
set up.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear
Just
You sound like Satan's whispers in my mind right now,
God,
telling me to act unwise.
do it.
Can you only have one of them in and then hold the other one up to your mouth?
Wait,
I
does this work if I do that? Or was that not working?
It is so far.
Oh my.
You might need to switch to the other earpiece depending on where the microphone is.
Oh, okay. Let me turn that.
You may need to hold your finger over like the little sensor bits on it to make it think that it's in your ear.
What a weird fucking workaround.
Oh wait, no, I turned that thing off.
That's so odd.
When I was able to.
Hello, everyone. This is the technical difficulty stream.
Does this one work now? For better or worse?
I still have you on 175% volume, and it's quiet.
Something
Things
exploded.
testing. I don't know.
Somehow I raised the volume from 100% to 200%, and the only thing that got louder was the static.
Why do you like this microphone?
I need to unpack my things because I got done moving out last week.
Oh, congratulations. How's the place?
I like it. It's real close to.
Why did I ask? I can't really hear that. I was just being polite. And I forgot, like, you could be heard.
It's real close to somewhere.
So
It's
close to home. That's what I heard.
it's close there. Can you find your mic somewhere? Is it buried deep?
Oh, let me try to.
We'll get this sorted.
Technical difficulties of the stream.
In the meantime, shall will Nakran can at least move himself on the screen and time. We're not helpless.
Maybe we should spend some time trying to see, like, maybe, like, can we canvas to find a way to meet up with Tar, perhaps? Or maybe can I issue a legal summons to make him talk to me?
Illegal summons.
Yeah, court order.
That seems like a good way to get on someone's shit list.
I don't disagree, but if we don't have many ideas, the issue with the court order is that it's going to take time, anyways, because you have to give a window of time to show up.
True.
How would you, in your mind's eye, how do you see it working?
A court order?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd have to send it by certified mail, typically, if they're not already, like, in court for whatever reason. And you basically serve them the court order. And then the court order would say that you need to report to court on this day or meet with somebody within this time period, or else face penalty of law, whatever it may be, for missing the court order. And that'll depend on the degree of the offense. If I wanted it to have more force, I would have to fabricate some BS claims like, you're harboring bombs and terrorists, that kind of crap. If we don't have anything of actual substance to use, which is also illegal and technically speaking unethical.
It's illegal, you know.
Illegal.
Here's the traitor, your majesty. I don't know if court order would be the right way to put it per se. It could be like a summons.
Summons.
It's yeah, because it's like most court things I could think of. It's going to be like you're going to get like at least a week to react or longer.
What's the difference between a summons and a subpoena? Well, one is way worse.
Subpoena?
Yeah, subpoena. Uh, yeah,
Pretty sure the subpoena is you have to do it or you fucking go to jail.
I hate dealing with subpoenas.
summons is like the start of a court case, and a subpoena is to provide evidence or testimony.
For helpful videos on filing court papers, see the Law Basics video series. How do I send a summons? Sheriff, special process server, certified mail, electronically, text, social media, direct message under certain circumstances.
Yeah, like if we want something timely, we might want to try to leverage the guard, perhaps.
Summons is valid for 30 days.
Yeah, we don't have a month.
Well, it's valid for 30 days, so they would have to do it
Oh.
within 30 maximum.
Did we get any information from shoot, what was her name?
Rajira?
Rajira, about how we could meet with
No.
No. She doesn't even really care how we deal with him so long as he's out of the way and she has control of the hydroponics lab. We could always try to convince a guard to give us an audience.
His guards or a town guard?
Like elevator guard.
So his guards? And does this thing work?
So far.
You were heard.
Okay.
Yeah. So like a town guard with probable cause could get in there. But that wouldn't be a very friendly way of getting in. Do we want to see if Garmram or Abner can smooth talk their way in with us?
If it changes your mind, I can tell you that there's several levels below the party.
So we can smooth talk them easily.
Very likely, yes.
Or smash him.
Or smash them
or
easily.
coerce them, yes.
That's why I
Spoiler,
said, or Abner.
Coercion
Yep.
works for an hour without feats, I'm pretty sure.
Go on, Abner.
Am I being scary? I mean, I do scary better than sweet.
Yeah, you be scary. I'll be the good cop usually.
Don't you
Well,
have like either group coercion or the one that makes it last longer from being a tax collector?
I don't know. Hold on, I'll find out.
I mean, I would personally opt towards trying to persuade them first, and then if that, like, carrot before stick.
Yeah.
You have quick coercion, which means that you can just look at them and say "fuck you," and they'll do it instead of having to spend a minute.
Eat shit and die. Just go Duke Nukem on their asses.
What is the one called? That
Sir,
makes it
you're not
last
allowed
longer?
here. Shut up. Lasting coercion, I imagine. That's just a
Yeah.
guess.
I'm gonna rip off your head and shit down your neck.
The deliveries
All on
of
a
those.
neck.
I know, right? They're just so like.
The amount of time that they comply is determined by the GM, but cannot exceed 1 day, at which point they become unfriendly, or if it wasn't already unfriendly or hostile. However, it is too scared to retaliate, at least in the long term. Okay. And then lasting coercion makes it last a week. And if you're legendary in intimidation, it lasts a month. Speaking of which, I think they changed the group feats, because I think before they were like 2, 5, 10 or something like that, and now they are 10, 25, 50. So much more useful. So you gonna sick Abner on him?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just going straight for mean.
Am I am I being outvoted on this? Because I'm voting for persuasion first.
Oh, if you want me to go
Yeah.
persuasion for sure.
I
We'll
vote
be
for
we'll be
Persuasion
nice.
as well.
Especially
I
if
mean,
we, yeah.
Especially if we
Yeah.
have like a job offer as
Yeah,
our
yeah.
strategy. Fuck you, take this job.
Here, I'll just fucking roll for it.
Um,
Do you
can
want me? Do you want
I,
it hidden?
if I press this button, does it show up in chat? No, it doesn't. Well, it does, but there's the DC you need to beat.
Okay, well, it's already there. I might as well show it. Here we go.
Easy.
Hey,
Roll the 7.
So you approach the elevator guard, and after initially being like, "Hey, get out of here! Ain't you the ones that I've seen around here before?" How you gonna convince him?
Oh yeah, we have business here. You see us a lot because we're important.
He just fucking, what's it called? Crosses his arms and then closes one eye and gives you the stink eye up and down, and then he says, "Yeah, okay, that seems right." And then just like knocks on the big metal door twice, and then it just opens up.
I give him money as we pass by,
How much?
like a gold.
I was gonna say you're gonna give him the equivalent of like 10 years of payment again.
He's learning. He's like he hasn't gotten the hint that we've already gotten through. You don't need to pay him. But I do it. It's like services rendered.
that kobold will be forever wondering, did I just get bribed?
Impossible.
As you're
I've already let him in.
as you're piling into the elevator, he'll take a bite out of it to see if it's real.
Yeah, subtracted 1 gold.
Boy, wouldn't it suck if you poisoned a coin before you gave it to somebody? They took
Did
a
you?
bite out of it.
It's like poisoning candy for a baby.
Oh, I've given you poisoned lead, so it's easy to bite into.
I don't think you need a poison candy specifically. Just poison anything and baby will put its mouth on it.
Here's a Lego. It's got that's
poisoned
it's
Lego.
good. Here's
don't
a
like-
piece of asbestos.
I don't like baby oral fixation. Let's get away from this.
Fucking terrible creatures. Let's go.
The worst.
Here, let me jiggle you around a little bit so these are revealed. I don't think Abner and Gator got that, but oh well. There you go.
They don't stay revealed, but I do see them.
Well, they're not black, they're gray. So, right?
I see like some gray, some
s-
black.
I see the right side, but not the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you didn't get dragged into the here. I guess I could have just did that the whole time. After going down the elevator, there's 2 hallways, but they both loop around to the same place, so you can see this nice little middle section and all the fish swimming around through the glass. But it's basically just a bunch of bulkheads for an emergency, just in case uh, water happens to get in. There's multiple levels where they can shut it off. And you've seen inside part of here, at least. There are not any guards down here, like at the doors. However, there are, I guess I would say, combatants inside working, but they still have their stuff on them, just in case. I was going to ask earlier, Mr. Gator, whenever you went to see um Zil Tolftar, I think is his last name, in the courthouse.
Right.
You searched around through some stuff, right?
Yeah. I was asking about certain kind of case law. He pointed me conveniently and suspiciously towards the Ibn Akat stuff.
Let's see, there was some other things in there that I had written down and then just forgot to tell you because I'm a piece of shit. I'm a pizza.
Yeah.
There was forged records that shows what Scartoli owns, and forged shipping records with weights that don't make sense for the stuff that they're talking about. Like they will say, we shipped an entire 5x5 crate of iron ingots somewhere, and then they'll say that it will only weigh like 500 pounds.
Oh my. Yeah, because like looking through my notes, all of the stuff that we found was related to legal procedure for handling the nuclear material. So yeah, I don't remember anything about forged documents. Is that something that just would have been found while looking for that, or like
Yes,
during
that
it?
was something I
Okay,
forgot to tell you.
okay.
And now I can
If
do
they're,
the strike through on that. It's a good thing I've
yeah,
learned to use that fucking editing feature.
we'll have to go back to that later because we can see where they're shipping to and from and where the weights don't make sense, as well as look at what he's forged himself as owning as well. But we'll come back to that after we deal with the hydroponics lab.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've been let in. Shall we saunter on through?
Yes, let's just saunter.
We're going to strut.
I like that word. Let's strut.
Tell by the way I walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Everybody pile in.
We're inside.
I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but it's not visible on the map. There are stone pipes going all through this area with the plants growing out of the stone pipe itself, presumably with all of their roots sticking through the pipes which have the water flowing through them. I think I did mention that because I looked up what type of hydroponics that's called, and that's what they're using. Hydroponic types.
The giant eyeball at the desk is interesting.
That's just the icon that I'm using for. Ah, that would be why. Boom. Using the same icon as the amulets for them. I believe this would be the nutrient film technique. Looks correct, at least. And it sounds correct.
Sounds tasty.
It's definitely not a deep water culture.
So it just flows a tiny bit of water and nutrients
Yep.
And the roots
underneath the plant. Okay.
But there are several Scartolis in here in surprisingly nice clothing. They're not in like gardening attire. They're still all in um, full pinstripe suits and shit. At least some of them. The others would just be normal suits. Worth noting, they have some of them have the short sword with a gun strapped into it, and the other ones just have rifles with a bayonet on them.
A Giselle, fancy.
And at the far end of the room, there is. I don't think I have a description for him. I don't know why I didn't give him a description. But kobold in um, almost like a leather apron more than any armor or anything, with a very large necklace showing in the front of the apron that is made of some type of plant material. It looks like it's a bunch of like vines or something that have been shaped into a circle that has another circle in the middle that is empty with yeah, that's what I thought. Blue and red overlapping circles on the inside.
Hmm. Is that a familiar symbol to any of us?
Give me whatever magical tradition skill you have, I guess.
Let's see. Only religion.
Fizzy, can you actually roll things, or is your setup dog shit?
No, it's just taking me a little bit because the laptop is a little slower.
Okay.
Yeah, are we underwater?
Yes,
Yep.
60 feet
Yes.
under.
The place that you're in specifically is mostly metal with portholes on the side, except this part that is wide open glass.
Gotcha.
So if you don't shoot in this direction, then you should be good. Everybody, right? Abner, do you have a magical skill?
No.
Your personality is magical.
And the flaming hot mane.
Everyone. Oh, these actually have an icon now. Let me update this, I guess.
I'm a marshal, you see. Everyone has a +1 against fear because I compliment them so much.
Everyone sans Abner recognizes this as what is known as a gate attenuator that the the elemental, what the fuck is the name that Avatar uses? Benders?
Yeah, Benders.
The people who
Yep.
shape elements use to amplify their connection to the elemental planes.
Ah, yes, elemental curvers.
I like the uh, blue to black gradient or purple to black, whatever it is.
This
That it's
does
got
look
going on there.
nice. I like this. It's kind of easy to read.
Oh
I think
no.
it's using my color for the thing there.
Oh, well, I like the color you chose.
I didn't. It gave it to me.
It's 'cause
Okay,
the
then
Game Master purple.
lied to me. Well, I like the fucking color.
So if I put an item into there, does it you
No, it's shitty.
I wonder if that's a setting in that you have to
Maybe.
do individually. Because the Duraco UI is client side.
Interesting.
Also,
yeah.
everybody, I will give you the red and blue orbs. From that, you can tell that they are a fire and water bender.
Heat to grow. Water to grow. Yeah. Shall we Flapjaw and Gumbeat?
Very
Also,
coincidental. The
I will,
kineticist version of Garmroom is also a fire and water.
I will give it to Gator Kuka Necrad, but not Garmarum, because you were off by one.
Oh.
Why is somebody who likes plants? Why are they not plant?
Were they not flat?
Yeah, they can't shape plants.
Oh, I don't know.
Wait, yeah,
Well-
it's not Earth.
Or wood.
Maybe the things that interest you most are the things that you can't easily control.
Perhaps shaping it takes the natural
fun out of
growth
it.
out of it.
Maybe they're weird. Who knows? I don't know how kineticists work.
Well,
These
I mean, for all we
elemental
know.
shapers?
They could just be like really into horoscopes or something.
No, that
What's
would
a
be
horoscope?
that would be Harrow sorcerer.
Ah,
I
yes.
mean,
With the cards and the shit.
Oh, that's a thing.
That is, yeah.
less that, more like okay, spirit crystals kind of thing.
Do you
Fun
think they
fact.
have JO crystals?
That is a background that you can do called
Card thingy.
something
Cartographer?
something healer.
Yeah,
Crystal
yeah.
healer. That's
Crystal
what it is.
healer. I thought you were talking about the cards, the cartomancer.
Did you ask
Yeah,
if they had JO crystals?
We do. We all have the same JO crystal. He holds up the white.
It's even white. God damn.
You
Perfect
see,
for
we're the JO gang.
we gotta get our
The
gotta
jail
feed each
overtime.
other's crystals, you guys.
we
Speaking of
we have to
which-
charge each other's crystals. Good
Speaking of
vibes,
which-
everyone.
Pearly. Garmrum, you're the one I clicked on, so I'm going to delete yours. And then add the new one. And then tune to it. Because there is now a buff.
Ooh.
Oh, it gives resistance.
Look, our JO crystals have empowered.
They are charged.
Okay, who the fuck is jerking off right now?
Not me.
Yeah.
I am always jerking off Gator's ego all the time.
Don't turn your heads. Maybe it's one of the kobolds.
Oh, by the way,
Look at your crystal. Who's charging our crystals?
on this table that Abner is sitting next to is a large heap of gems in the shape of various types of berries.
That's adorable.
Intriguing. Do they taste like berries? Do the snozberries taste like snozberries?
Insert that video of the cat crunching on cat food that people put to like
It's very loud.
dice and stuff to imply the cat is eating something
Yeah.
inedible. But this kobold is going over a bunch of papers until he sees a strange group of people arrive. By the way, Garmarum is. Are you in that form or are you in the human form?
I can't switch back to human form.
You can't?
It's not
Oh,
accessible.
it's
weirdly.
not.
Yeah, the picture
It's
thing doesn't
linking
work
to the
anymore.
wrong thing. God damn it.
Yeah, no, I am absolutely in human form.
Yeah, none of us can anymore.
I have to switch the location it's pointing to, and I will do that next time I get downtime.
I am wearing the demon mask though to hide kind of my like to give credence, like the lawyer isn't going around beating people up.
Meanwhile, I'll be here normal and
Yeah.
being mistaken as not being the judge.
Yeah. I'm just angry you're not considered the high judge, the supreme justice.
But he will be incredibly, not hostile, but I can't think of the fucking word, but he is
Neutral?
defensive,
Disdainful?
asking, "Who are you and what are you doing here? I didn't ask for anyone to come in here. I have no appointments today."
I was grabbing some fries. If anyone was gonna say anything.
What?
He's like, I'm back. Did anyone have anything to say?
Did Kuka turn into a hamster for a second?
Interesting.
No, it was a mouse.
I
Oh, okay.
the wrong file popped up on my PC.
Well, shall we just kind of come at it, or do you think we should get the lay of the land a little bit first?
Right.
I'd like to get the lay of the land first. Although I guess we're technically discussing this in front of him as he's looking at us.
Well, I mean,
So the character.
I was going to say, think we should open up with talking about what's the deal between him and Rajira.
We could butter his ego and talk about plants. Why did I say pottery?
Yeah. Be like,
You have a beautiful garden, Tar. Mr. Coldtail.
Well, I do like to preserve the things that can't live around here in the desert. But why do you have any interest in them? You here for business reasons?
Pleasure before business. We heard very much about this greenhouse. Would you call it a greenhouse? It's underwater. A blue house?
a vivarium.
That word. That's a very nice word.
Does that fit? It's for animals, not plants.
I hear you can tell a lot about a person, about their interests. Perhaps we can get to know each other before we get into business. Could you tell us a bit more about your passions?" And just gestures at like a random plant that sticks out. It's like this one, for example. Is it indigenous to the desert? Is it rare? Did you save it?
That's a raspberry plant. They certainly don't grow in the desert, as far as I know. I'm sure there's some pockets where the rain just happened to hit the right area for an extended amount of time. Maybe they could have grown, but I think
Would
most of
you
the things that we have here are not safe outside, not safe at all,
because of predators or people who wish to destroy them?
because of the habitat.
Um, we're this is our character. We're here to offer. It's
getting
been a while. We're here to offer like the maze question mark as a habitat for him to go add stuff to,
Uh,
right? Or is that up for like?
broadly speaking, there's a lot of room here because it's a ruins,
mhm.
but there is the garden in the hedge maze that's been left
Hell,
over.
Huh?
even the mansion itself had plant life growing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we wanted to offer him some kind of role with the Presley estate that relates to the plants, whether that's
Do
cataloging what's there or using the
do
space to
we
grow his own garden.
do we own the Presley estate? Yeah, I'm
Yeah, we
still
do.
not
We
sure.
have the deed.
Oh my God! Thank fucking Christ! Yes.
Asper and Gator bought it a while ago.
I'm over here worried like I can't offer the Presley estate. We don't own it.
We've been well. I don't know about Abner, but I was thinking about maybe we can turn this into the actual courthouse for the Fifth Circuit District Court eventually.
Yeah.
That never crossed my mind.
All right. Then
So yeah.
Master Gator is the one with the plans then.
Yeah, when he brings up the plant, and then he looks over to Mr. Gator and be like, he waggles his brow. You can't see it behind the mask.
Hmm.
Is that what you call charging the crystals, by the way?
Yeah, we're waggling our
Masticating.
brows. Master Gator.
Garm baiting.
Hellhound. I don't know. Okay, I have sticks. I will play with them.
I don't know. I like garmer baiting.
But
But yeah,
yeah, take the
so
lead. You're the one with the deed.
okay. All right. Mr. Gator straightens himself out and he's like, Mr. Coldtail, is it true that you've been having issues with Miss Regira? What's her last name? Shit.
Firetooth?
Yeah, Firetooth.
Somebody once told me, give
You,
me a. I guess since Garmrim was already schmoozing him up a little bit, you can give me a diplomacy, and that is versus their will. So you need 23.
Shall I roll? Or would you like me to do the? Is this an aid for Gator?
I would
You
suggest
can
you do the diplomacy.
you do both yourself.
Okay, okay. Do you want it secret?
No.
Okay, here is the permature.
It's almost a crit.
That's a
Most.
good Parcheesi.
We talk about plants.
he will gesture you over, and then start whispering. It's less about her and more this whole thing. I didn't know what I was getting into. They just told me they needed someone to take care of the plants. And if I don't know what she wants anymore. She just kept asking about the gyms, but if you can if you can get me out of here, I'll give you the deed and just if you can just get me out of here and take me somewhere safe away from this place, then you can have anything you want.
I see. Well, in that case, I think I may have a solution for you. And we'll tell him about. Actually, Mr. Gator looks around first. Does he see the dragon skull with the ruby eyes anywhere?
None in here, no.
Okay. Does he spot anything that looks like it might be detecting on us?
Like an object, no. I
Um,
believe you do have a way to counter scrying, though.
do I?
Didn't we have that
Last
anti-spy scroll?
we have scroll of detect scrying and scroll of prying eye.
Prying eye
At
is
least,
the scrying one.
yeah. So I've scroll of detect scrying, which we could use.
You could try it.
I'd recommend using detect magic first because if
Yeah.
you're not picking up anything with detect magic,
Well, last time we did this, I'm pretty sure you found out that scrying is invisible to detection spells.
Right.
Still doesn't hurt to do a ping.
Yeah. How about this?
You gonna do the language thing again?
I could. That's a lot of spells. But
Is
I'll try this. I'm just gonna, you know, pull up a handkerchief over my mouth, and I'm just going to point at him. You may speak freely. Just cover your mouth.
I think this is one of the ones they changed, by the way,
Did they? Let's see.
for the better in this case.
Yeah, your mouth words moving, so come out of your mouth. They're transferred to the ears of the target. Yeah. They're normally mouth them. If you can hear words that are standing next to you. Could give a brief response reaction. It's a free action in turn, okay? They'll be able to see you and be able to respond. Yeah, that makes sense. What changed? It's subtle? Is that the difference?
Yes, the subtle tag means there's no manifestation that you cast a spell at all.
Oh, that's really cool. That's a new thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I just kind of cover my mouth.
It's also
And
on
yeah.
like invisibility spells and stuff like that.
That makes sense. Actually, that's pretty rad.
yes. So if you need the bullet points, we own the former Presley estate. It has a hedge maze along with other wildlife, and we are interested in utilizing his expertise there.
Yep. I relay this.
And he can respond, and his is also quiet. Yes, okay.
No, he has to scream it. The downside of this
we're now in
spell.
Warhammer. It's the Winds of Magic. You have to speak as loudly as possible. He will respond. There's no word limit anymore, is there?
I think it's just how much you can fit in, like, I don't think there's a word limit, no. If you can speak it fast enough. And
Brief response, okay.
Yeah, Garm would just keep casting the message. It's like it's one action each, so he'd just give him as much as he needs.
Yeah,
Um,
it's the cantrip.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
he will respond that as long as it is out of the desolation of rocks and stone and into actual nature, then he is okay with it. However, the only way to get out of the what did I call it?
The
um,
desolation.
The hydroponics lab?
the only way for him to get out of being a subordinate is through death.
Understood.
Hold on.
Whose death?
Didn't we? I might be confusing this with something else, but I thought we had the means to fake death.
I believe we have a scroll for feigning death.
We have some bite down.
Yeah, I saw that bite down
That
on
that
you.
would.
Bite down actually kills you.
Yeah,
Oh.
but be funny.
Well,
He is also probably familiar with bite down, as he's in the cult.
because where we had like a feign death spell with us. Let me check my inventory. I have Talking Corpse and Gentle Repose. I don't think it's either of those.
If we're sending him to the Presley estate, there's a dragon and a hag there. Surely one of them has something they can whip up.
And
We do have
arboreals.
We do have the elven cloak and boots for invisibility for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but we want them to think he's dead.
Yeah, I meant afterward
Hmm.
as a transportation thing.
I mean, okay, so they're watching him? They're magically sensing his heartbeat? What is the
We
trigger here?
just need to give them reason to think, reasonable belief that he died.
So flood the greenhouse.
That could work.
But that could also
So-
ruin the plants.
Yeah, that doesn't really help with Rajira if we flood this.
This is true.
I mean, she's only interested in like the gemstone tree, isn't she?
Yeah, I
Effectively, yeah,
yeah,
but she
but
needs a place
can
to
we-
grow it.
Yeah, can we transport it somewhere reliably
I
then
message.
flood it? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I message everyone, and then I'm like, give us a tour of this place out loud. We'd love to see your collection. And while we're walking around, Garmin will just kind of subtly message with everyone, like, so that everyone's in the know. We can perhaps buy some scrolls that would help perpetuate his fake or false death. This is not something that's got too much of a time limit. We could get this done today. We could pretend to have a business transaction, like we buy a plant and we'll come back to pick it up later when we have the scrolls.
What's the name of the spell? I think it's self only, but it's a spell that's like a reaction where when you get hit,
Screaming orgasm? No. It's from that Firebrand fucking book thing.
you get hit and you turn invisible and then you leave behind
That's so high
a corpse
level.
of yourself. Is it high level?
That one I think is high level. Let me look. I think it was in the divine spell list because I was looking at it
I thought it was
recently.
mislead, but apparently not.
I think they might have renamed it as the thing, right?
Right.
They've renamed a lot of things.
Master changes spells. Let's see.
And it's so expensive.
What level is it?
13.
Oh my god! How much?
This false death vial, yeah.
I think there's a spell that also does it. I just don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
what it's called.
looking for it. I'm sure we can find a scroll of it somewhere. Nope, not horrifying. Not horrifying blood loss. That's not correct. Peaceful rest is also incorrect.
We could do um we do have some spells for manipulating corpses,
Yeah, we could.
as grisly as that is.
I could literally turn any kobold skeleton into any kobold dead body into a skeleton, and then we could pass that off as him with the Flens spell.
Just tear all the flesh away.
Yeah, that's what Flens does.
Yeah, it's quite literally written in there.
Well, in the meantime, he'll walk you
Mimic
around.
undead.
He'll be dead, or at least mimicking one.
Mimic undead makes you appear like an undead, doesn't it?
Mm.
Apparently.
It's disguised
he
self,
can't.
but undead.
Yeah, he can't activate a scroll that he doesn't have.
Drop dead, spell level 5, arcane
There.
divine.
That might be it. How much is
that's
it
it.
actually? There we go. Yeah, there is. How much?
Sustained 1 minute.
It is uncommon.
We'll have to find it.
Let me drag the spell onto him, and that should tell me how much the scroll costs.
Mm-hmm.
150.
That's not bad.
We
I
have
could
that.
Yeah, I could afford that. We could chip in together and get one. But can he cast it? Is the problem? Because I know
Is it
spells.
self only?
I think so.
Reaction 1 creature.
A creature within range is hit by an attack from
Yep.
an enemy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one creature.
Okay.
But is
Garm
this
specifically
gonna...
can cast this on him.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I thought it was self. Thank
Yeah,
fuck it.
but it only
Somebody could
lasts
attack
a
him.
minute, so we would have to
Yep.
convince whoever that he's dead, and to leave the body there, because if they take the body, it would just disappear.
Well,
I
it would be a thing where, like, oh, the body got swept into the aqueduct and then is eaten, or, you know.
Okay.
we could also, to make it
Ac-
look more convincing,
Fleds a kobold.
have him eat some either fake bite down or just hold actual bite down in his mouth and not, well, bite down when we
Well,
use the spell.
it's an illusion. The guy will turn invisible instead of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the corpse doesn't exist. It's an illusion.
Yeah, I
no,
mean,
but
as a
the
reason for
spell,
how he dies.
Yeah, but then you'd have to leave behind a body.
well, no,
That's
so the illusion looks and feels like a dead body.
for 1
So,
minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So at least like what if something's like scrying on us or something and it looks like he drops down? Yeah, they can't actually continue to check their body unless it ends up disappearing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we could like
Yeah, it looks dead.
like flourishly go and like put drop dead or not drop dead. What's the bite poison again?
Bite down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bite down in the illusion's mouth and like make it look like it's chewing on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just, like, as an example, why wouldn't we just pick a fight in here, kill everybody, corner him, shoot him, trigger the spell, and then throw his body out like the bulkhead?
Worth noting the last sentence, by the way.
Mhm.
If the target's death seems absurd, like a barbarian at full health appearing to be slain by 2 damage, the GM will
That's so
grant the
weird.
attacker an immediate perception check to disbelieve. I assume that's there because the corpse feels like a dead body, so the normal rules for interacting with an illusion would not apply.
Yeah.
So they put that on there to balance it.
Yeah. It's weird that they say some very weirdly metagamey thing. A barbarian that takes 2 HP of damage. That's very hard to measure. Like I guess a paper I
Well,
guess if a big dude takes a paper cut and they die immediately, that's sus.
yeah. Well, they're just throwing out an example of something that is insanely absurd. Like,
Yeah.
come on here.
It also helps that
Barbarian could have been
is
fighting forever.
I think Barbarian is the only D12 class in this game, so that does make more sense.
Okay, if we did do the
A
kill
summoner, no?
Oh yeah, Summoner. Yeah, I think it is also a D12, yeah.
if we do decide to kill everyone here, wouldn't that get rid of anyone who would know how to actually grow and harvest the plants well?
I don't think killing everyone here was necessarily the.
Yeah, I mean, I was just throwing that out as an example. In theory, he could be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get a sandwich at my favorite shop," and then all of a sudden, drive-by Tommy guns, pew pew pew, bang bang bang, and he stands there getting shot with like 30 bullets, for 20 seconds, and then he falls over dead, and then he just runs away.
We could just run him over.
Summoners are 10 HP. Or 10 plus con.
Oh, it's
So-
not 12.
Yeah. So the important note is that we do have to hit him, and we need to be careful not
Yep.
to kill him when this happens.
So-
Not to instantly kill him, assuming that he has a. Wait, does he have wounded conditions? Is there people like that?
Don't worry, I've recently learned how to bring people back from the death. If you want, we can actually kill him.
I don't think he's gonna trust us with killing him.
Have you ever wanted to go to
I
hell,
did,
little
but
boy?
Want to
Also-
know where you go when you die?
Even if you resurrect him, though, do you need like his body?
Yeah, but he could just play dead. well, the
How long do you have on that res spell?
immediately.
You
It's
have
a
to
No, like
reaction.
how long can the body
Wait.
be dead?
Oh no, immediately. Yeah, it's a reaction to him dying.
Oh,
Oh shit! Yeah, okay, so it's not like we can just let it sit there for.
Yeah, it'll be very convincing because he'll actually have died.
well, the thing about that is that we would need 2 people.
Yeah, are you
Um,
talking about Breath of Life?
Yeah,
Because it would use up your reaction, and then you couldn't do Drop Dead, which is also reaction.
that's true. That's
Well,
true.
Well, Drop Dead though is arcane as well, and
Yeah.
if it's a scroll, I also have use magic item
Yep.
feat, so like I can handle that part of it.
Yeah.
If
You're also an
is good.
arcane caster.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't even need to like roll because you're a magus, right? You
And-
do arcane spells.
Magus and wizard, yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
then you
how
don't
it
even need-
works in this case. Can you cast scrolls from a spell level higher than you could normally cast?
I believe so. In this system, you can just cast whenever. As long as it's in your tradition.
This sounds right, yeah.
Is this the same day where we were ass beaten
By
by a
skeletons,
big
yeah.
monster? Yeah, okay, wow. We look terrible. My suit is torn.
Mr. Gator always looks dapper, but that's because
Yeah.
he's got clamored armor.
Garm, it just sells you as someone not to be fucked with.
That I got my ass beat. Oh, and I guess I'm still standing.
Tattered clothes, pretty much all your wounds are healed up.
Yeah.
You're looking just as gruff as normal. I wouldn't mess with you.
I haven't shaved today. That explains a lot.
In the meantime, he will have been walking around showing you the various plants.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some redwood trees that we're going to have to transport out of here maybe in a couple decades because they're going to get way too big. Here's a bunch of ferns that we got in here just because they grow in the area where we put them. They're really easy to grow. We've even got some moss on these rocks just because.
Yeah.
Increases the property value.
This property value must be very high considering it's the only place we've seen greenery in this city,
I think so,
this
yeah.
town. So what plan? So yeah, we're going to get that scroll, and when he goes out, one of us is gonna disguise ourselves as an assassin, murder him in broad daylight, where there are many witnesses, and take his body.
Well, something
Which
needs to happen to make it so that they can't get his body, but he needs to be like witnessed being murdered in public.
Yeah, we have him
And
go out in subway. One of us disguises ourselves, and we JoJo kick him, but with stabbings.
We could always knock him into the water of the aqueducts here and have the actual people around here see that he dies.
yeah, I was gonna say something that would take the body away for us, like an aqueduct would be good. And we would want it to be looking like a mugging. So like whoever stabs him then like takes
We
the
yeah,
deed.
we take his stuff as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that way
Um.
it's it's we have a plausible veneer for what happened.
Yeah. Which ones of you can change your appearance? Do you guys have the hat of disguise? I cannot recall.
We do not.
We
We
have
give that.
one. Oh, I thought
Okay.
we only have one hat.
Yeah, I thought we had one.
I think I'm the best one for the at least stealing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they have to see that you steal it.
Yeah, like I can't do it because I have to be
So-
casting Drop Dead.
Yeah, literally anyone. I mean, I could also have Drop Dead on me. If you want
Well,
me to go out
you
there and beat him up, pretend to at least, and then,
well, I was gonna say you need to be on standby with Breath of Life because he does
in
have to
case
take
he
a
actually
hit.
dies.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think another thing we could do is jump in, steal, have them chase, and then the quote unquote assailant leads them into the ambush point where they then kill, quote unquote.
Yeah, that could work.
Make a big theatric of it that has numerous different departments see it.
Yeah, here's the thing. Big question. Are we doing this today or tomorrow? Because today I cannot Breath of Life. I've used all my 5th level spells.
You could eat some warpstone.
No,
Oh
thank
God.
you.
Well, like he would need some time to prepare too.
Yeah, get his stuff that he needs.
Yeah, get whatever stuff that he needs.
Say goodbye
Make
to his
any
plants.
yeah, and anybody else if he cares to.
Yeah. To add credibility in case he's being watched, could I purchase one of his plants? One of the ones that he doesn't really care about and that can be replaced easily.
Sure.
I just tell him like, hey, to add, in case you are being watched, I'm going to buy one of your plants.
We probably shouldn't let him tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone.
Like say goodbye to anyone or anything. Like
Yeah. Don't say
Is-
goodbye to anyone.
because we need it to be like, yep, unless we leave a calling card today and then do something tomorrow.
Yeah, something reasonably I guess I don't know how much is one of those gems. Those gem crystals. Those gem fruits.
It would be probably Similarly priced to whatever a normal gem is.
How about some dust pods?
What are those? So that get in the eyes the first people enters this snare. Oh, it's a kind of snare. I would love some of these, he says. These seem quite useful outside, especially when we're camping and worried for
I can pretend,
trespassers.
I can pretend to be a moth.
If I put these in my cloak and flap very, very hard, I can be a moth.
Those would be really good if snares were good. 10-minute
Yeah.
dazzled.
Hey, look, the DC 17 reflex. That's something we could bump up with the item use.
Yep.
Would you use your class DC or spell DC? I guess whichever's higher.
They are in the remaster. They're giving a class DC to every caster that previously did not have one. That it's,
Mm,
I think it's equal to their spellcasting DC.
that makes sense.
Just so things that rely on it they actually have instead of having a 0 in.
Okay, makes sense.
In fact, looking at yours right now, apparently your class DC is trained.
Oh, that's because I'm a fighter. That's my fighter class DC. My Oracle class DC is like 0, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
you're
have
right
a
because they haven't done Oracle yet. So
yeah. I've got a fighter in dedication.
speaking of which, Nakrad should actually have a casting DC now. I don't know when it goes up actually. It should probably be expert by now since you're almost fucking 10 though.
Oh, the proficiency down there. Oh.
Your class proficiency increased 9 to expert, but I'm pretty sure you should have casting DC now as well.
I mean, I always had a spell DC.
You always have trained, but it would never go up before. I don't know. I'll just look into that later. But Garmrum, would you like to spend 3 gold and have an excuse?
You know I'd spend 3 gold on nothing, baby. An excuse is just a good reason for me to spend.
Excuse is
Your
an excuse.
An excuse is more than what I usually spend money for. So yeah, let me subtract 3.
Are you going to inform him of your plans?
We should, right? Or else it'll be weird.
We need to tell him to speak nothing of it.
Yeah, we do inform him, but we tell him it's important that no one else knows.
And the plan is get scroll,
Yeah,
fake a fight.
fake a mugging. You know, do your best, fight back.
That results in him dying.
Yeah. And when he's injured enough, we'll whoosh, and maybe we chase him for a bit, get the guards involved, find you in a public place, have everyone see that you've been moited. But then we take the body and run. If it's possible at all.
He will mention that he may have a better idea.
Go on. Thank you. This is currently what.
If you can come back, get all your stuff together, and then come back tomorrow, He will have all his stuff ready. And then he just mentions that he can make it more convincing if you come back here tomorrow.
What time?
At any point that they're normally operating, which would be 6 to 8.
Do we still
Okay.
need to get the fake death scroll?
Yes.
Good idea.
However, he will go and pick up a couple of gems off the table. And slip it. Let me check the party's perceptions.
Mine's bad. Don't even worry about it.
Gator sees all.
Mine's average.
Gator, you do not see all.
Sadness.
Let me get some stuff. Let's see here. I need gems. That's not a gem where that would work. But whenever he responds, Garmarum, he mentions that he has already given you the money to pay for it.
Right. Okay.
And
Me specifically.
yes, I'm sure at some point,
I will pat
after
myself
you
down
leave,
later.
yeah, after you leave later, you in fact have money in your pockets.
Gator, investigate me.
Bro, you have more than one crystal I need to power now.
Gator,
Where
I
did this
swear I
come
didn't
from?
steal.
I didn't take it. He must have palmed it on to me.
How dare another lizard put his hands on you?
Man, why didn't he give me money?
I don't know, but here, this is the money we could be using for this plan, I suppose. How much is it?
It's 150.
Oh, exactly what we need for the scroll. Cool.
Hey,
Let's see if we can find that scroll now, I guess.
is that a society check?
No, because this is um, it's a magic town, so they're just gonna have it.
Could I disguise myself to look like someone else when purchasing it?
You can.
That way, if someone was like, a scroll was bought.
Yes, it was bought by a tiny, strapping, handsome turtle man.
Do those exist here?
He's a
Maybe.
turtle man.
He's a
Technically,
turtle
no.
beastkin. Beastkin exists.
I would say that you could do a lizard folk, but then you wouldn't have the shell, so...
That's true. Beastkin would have a shell. A turtle beastkin in the half person form. Oh, I know. I'll think about it. And I'll be what Graya was.
She's
A
technically still in
monkey.
town somewhere.
I know. I'm not gonna look like her. I don't want to get her in trouble. But I will look like, like a dude version. I'll just fucking Wukong it up.
Name is
A
Gruya.
Vanara.
Gru- My name is Vanara. My name is Human, the human man.
Hi, my name is.
Yeah, I'll look like a Vanara. Black and gold fur, kind of like a capuchin, gorilla.
Silverbacks are fucking. Yeah, they're black and silver.
Yeah, black and silver. Yeah, I could just. You know what? Let's look like just a big ass silver.
You wouldn't have to change your height then.
Yeah. I just grunt and I'm like, this scroll.
Return the scroll or suffer my curse.
Was it drop
Cast
dead?
fist.
Drop dead is for a party.
This is going to be a fun jape.
I'm a prankster.
Yo, don't forget that fucking GoPro. We're gonna put this on our prank channel.
It's called Ass
The-
Jack.
The bards will be singing about this one tomorrow.
Here's your scroll. Then
Thank
just
you.
remove the, the
Yeah.
jokes.
Just hand it to Gator. There you go. It went without a hitch. I'm so good at monkeying around. Haha.
We should tell him that he will need to take a hit for this to work.
I think we did all of that already.
I'll assume that you did that as
Yeah.
part of the
Okay.
plans, yeah.
The plan was we beat him up a bit, so it's convincing.
The good
I
news
mean,
is
I
that
can-
he's a kineticist, so he has more health than all
Yeah.
of you.
The idea is also he kind of fights back, so you know it's okay if we take a bit of damage as well.
Is
So-
Fred? Okay, yeah. Yes,
so
he
we
has more
have
health
To
than all
say,
of
he
you.
has more than health than me? What?
Con is their main stat.
Yeah, he cast by con. Makes sense.
Garm and Gator are gonna be on the back watch to have their reactions ready. Who's killing?
Abner's like, I got a debt to collect, and shoots him.
Yeah, that's the problem with that is heaven forbid I crit.
Well, it's
I
like
think
that.
he's a
I have the
healthy
same
boy.
problem
I
with
think
like
he'll
Matt
survive.
Pratt or like anybody
Yeah,
else
let me,
doing
uh,
it.
Yeah,
me
but
see what
I
your
mean,
crit
he's a
damage would
healthy
be.
boy. He has more health than us.
Okay, well, all of them being ones.
They're all ones. I think this is the perfect time to use it.
So your maximum potential would be 24 times 2, so 48 plus 10, so 58? Is that right?
Yeah, assuming I just use a singular gun. Yeah.
So if we multiply that to be 116, that still would not kill him.
Oh,
Damn.
okay. Well, he has a lot of health.
Yeah,
Black motherfucker.
we do
Yeah,
need
I have
to be.
134.
Oh, we do need to be within some certain amount of range in order to
120.
cast it on them. 120 feet? Yeah, we have to be close enough.
I believe you could do that from the other side of the room. Yeah, and more. Yep.
That's true.
Yeah, easily.
Hmm.
We may need to take out guards.
We should tell him that the hydroponics lab needs to remain intact.
Yeah. I think we would have made that clear because, you know, that's our goal. Also, I don't think he wants the plants destroyed.
Just stating it explicitly so it's on the
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, there we go. We have it on the record, what we've stated.
Any other plans until you wait for tomorrow to do two things now?
I get my clothes repaired.
The only other thing we could do is try to follow up the rat lead today, right?
Oh yeah, we might as well.
Yep.
We have some time today.
Ooh, if you need your clothes repaired, I can do it for free.
I'd love that. I would still give you money.
How much money we talking about?
How much could tailoring cost? 5 gold?
You know, I feel like I'd be overcharging you, but I'll take it if you're giving it.
It's just a cross stitch. How much could it cost? 500 gold?
This thing is worth 55 gold. So
How
I'm
much
like,
do bananas cost? $10?
how much could a banana cost?
I
$10?
mean, it's not like you fucking bought out 10 gold worth of bread the week
Yeah.
before Pie Week.
Here you go, Kuka.
Just
Add 5
to give
gold.
to the rats.
Mostly because I like you. Attracted 5 gold. If you've embroidered odd things onto my coat jacket,
Dick butt.
Lizard lover.
don't you have a maybe hubby who's a
Uh,
lizard?
Would
I
that,
mean,
would that be like a blind jam roll or anything?
Drawing a dick butt.
No, I just meant to repent, but sure. I mean, what funny thing
Them
do we want to put in Garm's clothes?
juicy. Like those trashy tracksuits.
If you want to do it, it would just be probably thievery, I guess, to hide it from him, like on the inside or something.
So stealth or something?
You could make a little rat on the inside.
I like a little maker's mark.
Sure, that sounds cute. Just hiding that. So what is that crafting? Stealth? I don't know.
I'll just say thievery.
Public?
It may as well. Only Gator sees it.
With his special eyes.
You have such special eyes.
They're cold and unfeeling.
Before they even leave the hydroponics lab, Kuka's already like, okay, here you go, here's your jacket back.
That was so fast. Thank you.
I have like 8 siblings. I'm used to doing quick repairs.
You're worth every copper.
Everybody just give me a flat D20, also known as a flat check.
oh, well, that was awful.
Whoa!
Hey!
There we go.
Okay, well, Nakrad, Garmarum, and Gator. Of the many plants that he shows you about in the hydroponics lab, one of them happens to make your ears perk up. It contains red pitch plants, which I believe you went through earlier at the gnome building that was destroyed. Um, the types of bombs that they used were red pitch bombs, an incendiary
Oh.
bomb.
Mr. Gator makes a mental note
That is
to
good to know.
make a written note later in his case log.
Garm is just like, what is red pitch? That plant is red.
Well, the pitch would be red at least.
That pitch is red.
assume it would be like a tree, and then you would like peel the bark off, and then that's what pitch is, right? You take the parts of the tree and then you burn it to create the resin. Yes. So you would take the part of the tree and then you would burn it to turn it into pitch, and then instead of being black, it would be red.
Oh. It's pretty cool. So these trees can be made into explosives?
Basically, yeah.
He's going to ignite it.
I mean, not necessarily. That he has rarer plants in here, so it's just the Scartolis were behind the bombing because that's where they would have had to get the red pitch from.
Yeah.
I should also note that red pitch is rare, by the way,
Oh
Thanks,
yeah,
Prince.
in terms
I
of
figured
game
most
rarity.
everything here was specifically item wise. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, raspberries aren't rare, but he has them.
Well, yeah, but they're also kind of rare for the area just because, well, he's complaining about being surrounded by rock and stuff, and they're
Rock and stone.
he
And
exactly.
stone. The good thing is he has water power, so if he goes over to, the manor, that shouldn't be a problem. There's so much soil there, so much soil.
I like how Clumsy has a funny face on it now.
Oops, so clumsy.
Okay, so the rat. What's the plan on that if you're going to follow it up?
Go on, Kuka.
Yeah, I was going to say probably Kuka.
Is this racial profiling? Are we not supposed to do this?
We only become insensitive if we go kooky Kuka.
Well, I mean that
Is it?
Kuka was the one that came up with the lead.
Kuka does also speak to rats.
I would be offended if I haven't shown you numerous times that I speak to the things. Alright, let's go.
I assumed Atlas was like the ringleader.
Oh,
Atlas is incredibly smart.
I picked Atlas up out of a dumpster a few years ago.
Why is he so much smarter than me?
Welcome to the canonical Atlas lore. I guess just seeing the general direction that they had noted the weird rat in.
It is actually in the aqueducts somewhere. Well, near the aqueducts, not in it. But there is a little abandoned boathouse that they have found it in, and there is indeed a singular cranium rat that is taking up residence there.
Well, does it speak normal rat? Or does it speak
It does speak normal
common?
rat, yes.
Well then, hey, what are... A lot of the other rats around here seem to be wary of you. Is something wrong?
It doesn't speak at first, but instead scratches at its, not the open brain part, but the part around it, And it just says one word: lonely.
Well,
This is one of the two rats that got away, isn't it?
no, because those two were caught and then killed as well. Once it says that Kuka would offer it some food and just let Atlas go and walk up next to it.
It does not appear as though it has an appetite at all. And in fact, the room that you're in has a bunch of food that has been brought into the room, but then just left to sit in a corner, and occasionally has a little gnawing on it, but not much.
Well, me and Alice are here to keep you company if you'd like. Is there anything that you'd want to talk about? Just pretty much trying to do anything to seem as friendly to the thing as possible.
It will just reiterate again, lonely.
I think it's looking for a psychic connection.
Yeah. If that's the case, Kuka will just hold out his hand and wait for it to approach if it wants to.
Don't bring it close to me. It'll die of solitude. Brain
Uh,
empty, only law.
Kuka, give me. Um, I think in this case it would be diplomacy specifically because of rat speak, whereas for everyone else it would be the animal one.
Nature.
I think it's nature for command an animal, yeah. Um, it will approach and put its front paws onto your hand, uh, but it won't like climb up into it. And it just says, "Many friends, all gone, not inside anymore."
Maybe you should ask where its friends were before.
Yeah, asking it about its friends, just general where they were, what happened to them, uh if it wants to just stay with Kuka, if it's still lonely and is willing to trust him.
Friends inside, see friends near water, near stone, no see friends anymore. See inside.
You think this one got separated from the rest of the group when escaping the test chambers?
Could be.
What's it saying? What is it saying to you, Kuka?
It's saying that it's lonely and that its friends are all gone.
Like the hive mind or physical rats?
Most likely both.
Because if it's just physical rats, we can find lots of those. The mental connection is difficult.
Well, I think it's both of them at the same time. Plus, the other rats around here did seem rather wary of it.
I think the only thing I can give you for that's odd is that um, it's still in the aqueducts area, not around the lab, but in the same general area. It hasn't moved up anywhere to further up in the city at all.
Hmm.
Does it look physically harmed in any way? Like broken leg or something?
Besides the skull being shown, no. I think just because it's both just a fucking rat and also because it would be extremely low level right now. What I can give you though is that it does appear. It does appear to have perhaps some sort of anxiety or something.
Mr. Gator thinks about this item.
Is it anxious? No. Do you brandish?
I don't think it'll help us here, though.
I think I do have something that might help us here. Fishes are on his pockets. Ah, there we go. I don't think it's love either. I didn't realize it was like an injury.
I don't think the rat wants drugs.
Well, has it tried?
Have you tried drugs?
Wait,
I
if this
mean,
is
they're
an
pretty good.
injury poison, does that mean it's like injected?
I think it might be injected. Do I just have a syringe with me? Third time?
We did have an umbrella injector for a long time,
It's still in my inventory.
so that's where it went.
Here, Kuka, hit me. Hit me up with that umbrella. No. What does it do? I think those perception rolls or initiative.
We we are not injecting anything into this thing.
Okay.
The thing is barely eaten. Look at all the food in the corner.
It doesn't
Well-
eat, right? But that's because it's depressed. It needs to be cheered up.
And your drugs aren't gonna cheer it up.
Well, this is clearly the wrong drug. Who knows anything about drugs? He looks around.
It says it's lonely. Can anybody cast the friend spell on it?
I have torturous trauma.
Flens.
Lens? That's close, right? comprehend
I mean,
languages.
It sounds like friends.
It does kind of. I can. Fear will not help it. How about some infectious ennui?
I think it already has that.
Yeah, look, I don't think this will help. I know, dear little friend rat. What if I cure your depression with restoration?
If only.
If only.
I guess the next thing I'll try is trying to pet the thing.
Unless you touch it directly on the brain. It's not going to recoil or anything.
I'll tell you what. What
Yeah,
about
no,
we?
just on its back.
You have a sewing kit, don't you?
Probably.
Do you perhaps own a thimble that you could put on its head so it's not so exposed on its brain, like Mojo Jojo, but a thimble?
Ah, he could be king of all rats.
Yeah.
Why don't you make this cranium rat your familiar?
What if I
Then
bought Mo it? It doesn't understand me.
Okay, stupid idea. Taking, like, quickly cutting out a small section, uh, toward the back, toward, like, the side of the hat, and trying to stitch together a small hat from that.
Yeah, make a little hat.
give him like a red dunce cap.
It's not gonna be a dunce cap. It's gonna attempt.
Well, gnome hat then, whatever.
Whew.
He's gonna try to make it look like his hat.
Oh, I know. I've got the thing for this. Snap out of it. Snap out of your depression.
You still
It's a-
fucking rat.
It's emotional and mental.
Just get better, forehead.
You're better than this. Your life is so much. It could be so much more.
You should love yourself now.
Accept friends into your heart. It'll help.
Guys, we already have a hat.
So big.
Sure, let's fucking take a section of the red cap and fucking turn that into a rat
It
hat.
is saturated in coagulated blood.
All of a sudden, he starts regenerating, grows into Godzilla rat.
For a while, I was holding that thing sickle. The sickle is still in our car, actually. The scythe.
I think so, yeah. Sight's pretty
It's
good.
my backup stick.
It will take the hat. Um, but then just continue to reiterate that it is lonely and that it can't remember its inside friends and that it hasn't um, seen them and it hasn't seen what they see, I guess, in a while.
Right, we need to give it antidepressant medicine. Drugs, come on. I just don't know which one. I'm not trained at medicine.
I am.
Do you know what fixes depression?
I mean, I doubt they have SSRIs.
They have magic. I'm pretty sure they have something.
Here's my serotonin spell.
Here's a calm
Yep, there it
emotions. Alcohol.
There's serotonin.
Give it a bit. W- Kuka, would it like a sup of this?
I don't think rats are supposed to drink alcohol.
I don't know what rats can or can't have.
Well,
Well,
I'm not a doctor.
what if we take Cranium Rat with us, and as we travel around, maybe he will remember.
Maybe, yeah. He might feel something from other people's
Second,
minds.
second idea. What if we take him back to the laboratory? And
Yes, let's take him back to the place of trauma. That'll help jog his
yeah, I
memory.
was going to say that I was very concerned that might be the case, but it is something that he would know about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask the rat. Would you like to come with us? Uh, and if you want to, we can bring you back to the lab to see if any of your friends may still be around there. We, of course, don't have to go there if you don't want to, but if you would like to join us, even just going to places other than there, you can do so.
There you go. Mention the lab.
The thing has a look of PTSD on its face.
Yep.
Is that a yes or a no?
That kind of looks like a no. Maybe, probably.
That's trauma. It's
I just,
definitely trauma.
and yet it hasn't realized that we know of its friends.
All right. If it doesn't want to go to the lab, how about I can carry it on my shoulder or on top of your. You can put it on your hat with Atlas so they can cuddle, and we'll see if its brain picks up any notes of its friends around. There might be some survivors.
Kuka just reiterates, we don't have to go there. You can just join us in general wherever you want to go. And
It will crawl up your arm all the way up into your shoulder and continue to say nothing.
That's good. That's step one. Now you have Atlas can have a friend, another friend, one Atlas's size.
would you like a name?
It will just say the last word back to you, name, and then just trail off.
He'll be slow to readjust himself and then turn around like, well, uh, I think we'll just have to give it a while.
Very good. Should we just walk around until it's time for sleep? I've not gotten my required amount of steps today.
Oh no, is Garmrim a mall walker?
666 every day.
Garm, you've walked more than 666 steps.
Yeah, but not around my circuit. He does the opening of Beauty and the Beast where Beauty goes around saying hello to everyone.
Is this a hellhound thing?
No, this is a Garm room thing. I have to ingratiate myself with everyone here so they know I'm friendly. That way, when they say hello to me later, and then when I ask them for something, they know me, and they're more likely to do me favors.
Yeah, that's fair.
A hellhound thing would just be like go at them and bark until they do what I want, I suppose.
Breathe fire on them.
Haven't done that in a while. He spits a little bit of fire and hits a can.
Actually, do you think if we took the rat back to that container where we first found the other rats, that might trigger something?
Maybe. But I mean, do we want the thing to know that we killed all its friends?
Well, it's not doing us much good being silent and,
Yeah, I guess we can take it to the container area. If not the container, then just generally walking around.
Do you have access to the sewers?
To the what?
The sewers? Do we have a sewer system here?
It's where you found it,
um,
in the aqueducts.
Yeah. What if we just walk around the aqueducts? That way no one can.
that's also true because that's where they escaped through, right?
Yeah,
Some
they
of them
could.
drowned.
Yeah, they could be around. They
Well-
might pick up a few.
Rats can swim.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're going to survive.
Yeah, there could be Otyugs down here. I don't know what eats
Like-
rats.
Well, there could be things in the aqueduct. It could be that there's no place for it to get out of the water in the aqueduct. It could fall a distance depending on how the water's moving around. You get submerged in a pipe full of water. I don't know the layout of the aqueduct.
There is actually a main platform where you would control all the sluice gates in the aqueduct, and it does have a map on it, but the map is like looking at a family tree with branches upon branches upon branches. So you'd have to like take a rubbing it and take it with you to know where the fuck you're going.
I mean, that's what Gators got.
A rubbing?
Stop talking about the JO crystal, man.
I can't. It makes me happy.
But yeah, like as far as ideas go, just visiting the places where it's been, or not where it's been, but where we think Cranium Rats has been is all I got right now. Other than the one guy that was interested in the Cranium Rats actually.
Did we ever kick that guy's ass? I can't recall.
No, he was like some priest dude, wasn't he?
Yeah, we just gave him dead rats.
So that's another way we could look at this, perhaps.
Taking it to the priest instead of a walk through the aqueducts.
Well, we can do the walk through the aqueducts first.
Yeah.
Yes, walk.
Where would you like to start? I know it's a very vague question because there's not much to it,
Well,
but
We'll start
What?
where we found this.
Well, I would think it might not be a bad idea to consider where that container was versus where we found this rat versus where the laboratory was, right? Like, if we can figure out a couple of paths that could have happened, maybe we'll find something on the way.
The container would be up uh, in the Undercity, of which the aqueducts are under the Undercity.
Okay, so maybe if we go upwards, then.
Well, let's just do a quick. If you bring it to the storage units where you found the other uh, cranium rats, um, it doesn't say anything, Kuka, but it does start sniffing around as if it has smelled something. Um,
It smells
and
its
then
friends.
just in the general area, um, it will pick up on something, but not much.
Well, we better than nothing.
You want me to bring you somewhere in here?
Lower. Do I still have these maps? I should. It's not that one. It's not that one. I completely forgot what I named these. Here we go. Oh, it actually pasted right. That's surprising.
Wow, there's still 22 hours for a battle medicine immunity.
Yep.
Oh, hey, I got regular face here.
I guess it's because I copied your thing from the between sessions thing.
So odd.
That is weird. I will say that everything that was in here, so all this shit on the outside, is probably no longer here. But the tables and chairs may still be left in here, so they're easier to replace. And notably, there is no Scartolis outside guarding anything.
Back to the
And
hatch.
back to the hatch. Samurai Jack.
Back to the hatch. Back to the hatch.
Here's this room. And the other one just disappeared. That's not what I wanted to happen. Whenever you get in here, it starts sniffing around a lot more. Specifically, around the bottom of the stairs. Do you remember the 25th episode of Wild Frontier? It was probably way earlier than 25.
Blast from the past. I'm pretty sure we.
Blew this place up or something.
Oh shit, this was like, yeah, this is where we fought the rats, and then some of them scurried up here.
Yeah. This was session 10, actually.
Oh,
And
you
now
got that fast.
Gator's
Yep.
light is light enough to light up the entire fucking room now.
Yeah. Episode session 10 of the shared journal. If you click on Humble Beginnings.
How long ago was that in game? 2 months?
At least one, because you took a month downtime at some point.
Right, right, right.
Work.
I think I mentioned there being a bunch of small holes in here that only the rats could fit through. And this one will climb down your clothing and go into one that is underneath the stairs without saying a thing.
Send Atlison.
Sure. We can
How
send
often?
Allison.
How often can you rat, by the way? Is it always at all times, just like Garmarum's?
I need to check that. Yeah, it doesn't have a limitation on how many times I can use it.
Well, there you go.
Just
Atlison Kuka crawling in a hole.
just says that it's pest form, except they must assume the battle form of a tiny rat.
It doesn't, like, specify what a rat does it? I don't think so.
No, that's a different stat block. Yeah, it just says AC 15 plus your level, ignore armor checks. Speed 20, weakness 5, low light vision, acrobatics and stealth are plus 10 unless your modifier is higher.
You can also
At
just do this. And now it has all those stats for you.
yeah, yeah.
There is a relatively short tunnel system in here that goes back into an area where they have made a nest with a bunch of shredded up, mostly paper. There's some fabric in there. And there is, it would probably be, I guess technically it would be like a slightly mummified version of one of the cranium rats in here. And the currently unnamed rat um, comes in here and just sniffs at them a little bit.
Kuka's just watching a bit from the side along with Atlas, not really getting in the thing's way or anything.
It will turn around and then recoil a little bit because it didn't even realize anyone followed it in here. And then just say inside friend, but not inside friend. Smells different. Can't. Never could hear this inside friend.
We're still here for you.
Don't remember this nest. Not inside friend, but not. And then Gomerum was deleted.
Damn it.
We sacrificed Garmroom from inside friend.
Just go. He just goes, ah! Disappears. Oh, that's something that would change for me. Tieflings are now Nephilim.
Yeah, they lost a couple ancestry feats actually. Some
Yeah,
of the level 1 ones.
I'll probably have to fix that. I'll figure something out.
Well, while it's if it is still grieving, then Kuko will give it some space. But if it wants to follow Kuka, he's more than willing to walk with it.
It seems less like it's grieving and more like it's heavily confused now.
Could they be children?
Was there more than one colony of cranium rats?
I had to look up what a baby rat was called, and apparently
The
they're
pup,
called
no?
pups. And
Yeah.
holy shit, they are adorable.
They're small.
They're little dudes.
But also don't look up rat pups because it has snake food.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot to fucking switch screens this entire time. Oh well. There hasn't been anything on the map anyway. It responds pups, perhaps. and then it will just push past you and make its way out of the hole again.
He'll slowly follow it after giving it a moment to get out.
Hellspawn may only be taken once, but Karm 3 has taken an additional time.
Question mark? How?
It's because you took it at,
Oh, bonus feats. Fucking.
yeah,
Why are there bonus feats?
it's because you took it at a level that wasn't one, specifically the first slot one. If you take it in the
Gotcha.
second slot one, it'll bitch at you like that.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yep.
I'll just swap them. There we go. How is the lonely rat doing? Garm just asks.
It didn't find the colony that it was looking for.
Is that a good thing? We did murder all of them.
Is the cranium rat still around, or did it just full on leave?
It left the hole and then waited outside of it.
Alright. Once Kuka's out of the hole and has enough room, he turns back to regular Kuka. And offers it his hand again to climb up.
It will do so.
You can stay with us as long as you want.
How old do we think this cranium rat is?
Um, at this point, I believe it would be a young adult still.
So why would it mention pups?
Maybe there are new ones?
Because Kuko had asked, could it possibly be a child if you don't recognize the scent?
Oh,
I will give it 17 months. That's how old this one is.
That might be the same amount of months I've been in this mortal coil. Give or take a few months.
Did it ever answer when Kuka said you can stay as long as you want if you think it'll help you remember?
It doesn't respond, but it also doesn't. It doesn't get off your shoulder or anything.
I think it's mostly afraid right now.
does it detect anywhere else in this room? Like the pit?
It does not know.
Anybody else got any ideas?
Could be possible that if it if they continue to do the cranium rat experiments over numerous generations, the ones that we had interacted with a month or two ago may have been from a different generation than this one.
That's possible.
It depends on what happened. Because if they escaped and the lab broke down, then that would be the only generation that we're aware of, right?
We also saw a bunch of dead ones in the actual lab itself. It is possible that the friends that it couldn't follow or that didn't escape with it were ones that had died during the breakout. It's entirely possible they could have formed separate colonies.
Hmm.
But it's just as possible that they were all one big colony. We don't really have enough info to determine anything other than the mummified corpse under the stairs is one that this one didn't recognize.
Yeah, but it did it not recognize it because it's mummified and been decaying for too long, or something else? Would it be possible to look at that rat? Maybe there's a clue there.
Could have Atlas drag it out. If y'all want him to do that, that is.
It's completely up to you.
I wouldn't mind doing a variety of checks on it, if that's all right.
Kuka will just kind of walk away from the stairs and let Atlas do that.
Well, first off, Gator, why would there be one of these in the nest? Especially when, as far as I know, rats are very clean creatures.
Hmm. Can I inspect it with medicine?
You can. And probably crit on it because it's it's a rat.
I inspect the mummified rat.
Let me go to here and then here. Oh yeah, it doesn't show like that anymore. Balls. Mr. Gator, on this specific rat, you can, especially since this is magical, isn't it? Yes, it is. If you'd like to flick on your detect magic, there are extremely trace elements of Abinicot extract still on this rat's head. Of note, that is not on the other one that is currently alive. And you do, well, not on you, but you gave it to the evidence room. You do have a whole book that talks about how they created such creatures.
You're talking about the research notes, right?
Yep, I have those still on the between lessons loot stash for you.
Where is that?
It's currently hidden on the between sessions thing. I think you guys can click on it and see what's in it. Let's see. Yeah, I just had it hidden in the corner so it wasn't taking up space.
I'm looking through my notes. I don't think they were experimenting with different contact poisons, right? Along with the Ibn
Yep. The research documents on the cranium rats would detail how they created them, which was basically exposing the rats to the highly radioactive warpstone. And the poisons and stuff would be the other one for effects of spells on semi-intelligent creatures.
Well, either way, this dead rat is important evidence because we found it inside the storage unit that the Scartolis used to own. And if we associate that to the rat clearing job, we have more of a tie to them, even though it's still not a perfect tie.
And the tie also leads to the radioactive thing, considering there's still elements of it on the rat.
Yeah. So, very good find. I'd like to have that registered ASAP.
Does sound important.
You know, funnily enough, I think there is a fucking mummified something as a mummified bat as a what are these called? A talisman. There's no mummified rat though. You obtained a new treasure. The new treasure, mummified rat. Congratulations.
It's beautiful.
Just cover it in a cloth or something.
Yeah. But that does bring up a new question as well. Why doesn't this rat recognize the other rat? I heard that, right? I'm not
Yep.
misremembering.
Yeah, it said that it smelled different and that it didn't form a connection with it.
Yeah, so I guess the question mark I have there is it saying that it can't connect to it because it's dead, or it can't connect to it because it's a different cranium rat type, you know? Let's see, what else do we got here? Anybody else got some ideas?
No, completely out of my element. I can't sweet talk this rat. It's dead.
My best guess is the generational difference thing with the rats. Could it be possible that uh, cranium rats may have still continued to form after the lab was abandoned because rats may have been sneaking in there and uh, ending up in too much exposure with the
Ignoring the mummification, is there any other differences between this cranium rat and the dead cranium rat?
One's brown and one's black, but that's normal between rats.
Yeah, you get black, brown, red, white rats.
Also, Kuka, for your theory, do you remember how you found the extract?
no.
It was 50 feet underwater, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't think rats can go that deep into the water.
There's still some kind of radiation effect going on, but it's unclear if it continued after it was in that, right?
In the water? Or in the box?
In the water, I think I was talking.
It definitely would have affected anything close to it, but the problem is that there was a lot of water between it and everything else. And it turns out water is good at slowing things, even at a molecular level.
Think. Does the current cranium rat have any extract of warp stone on it at all?
It does not.
Yeah, what would I?
That jump to bottom button does not work.
Do I have an idea of why the rat died? Is that something I can discern?
I will give you that it was apparently isolated. Like it couldn't leave that area that it was in. So it just died of not exposure, but starvation. Probably water before starvation.
That's really strange then, because you would think the other cranium rats would try to keep it alive. Unless it was under the stairwell the entire time when we took care of the other rats and then it couldn't leave.
But
Oh,
a month to mummify?
That's true. How long does mummification usually take?
12 to 30 minutes.
Well,
Is
let
the
me get the
mummification
proper word for it. Stages of
desiccated?
decomposition. Yes, there you go.
It's been
Yeah.
dried by something.
Yeah, that would not take too long then.
But animals that don't have the liquids drained out of them after a certain amount of point would kind of explode.
You would expect it to rot, really. You know,
Yeah, a month.
get like maggots and other kind of shit, flies.
Putrefaction is 4 to 10 days. Black putrefaction 10 to 20. Butyric fermentation 20 to 50 days. Desiccation 50 to 365 days.
Something caused this then. Something that sucks fluids out.
Um, not sure. Are we going with that it's desiccated, like it's just incredibly dry for some
Yes.
reason? Okay. Is that a side effect of the extract? Like blight burn sickness, for example?
That's possible.
What is desquamation? Yes. Radiation burns can indeed cause desiccation of the skin.
Goodness.
So if that's the case, maybe it got away with the others, but even though it got away, it just was hit harder and couldn't make it.
Possibly.
You can't recover from drained or sickened except by magic. And the cranium rat wouldn't have had magic. But if that's the case, why didn't the other rats all die too?
Technically, they do have magic. Not high enough or good
Oh,
enough
okay.
to. They don't have restoration.
Wait, so if I scan it with detect magic, both the living and the dead rat, they show up?
The dead does, the living doesn't.
Huh. Do I want to autopsy this rat?
Would you like a better environment, or is this an okay place?
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna get, and the problem with doing the autopsy is you're risking damage to the evidence, right?
Yes. I could turn it into bones. Will that help?
Part of me thinks that you should wait to autopsy it until it's in properly been recorded
Yeah.
as evidence, because a coroner could, if a coroner fucks up the autopsy, uh, you can you can blame them for tampering with evidence.
Well, tampering could be as simple as just lying. It depends on who does the autopsy, which is kind of why I'm reticent to let somebody else do it.
You could,
I think registering it and then doing an autopsy would be
yeah,
good.
that's what I was about to say.
Alex continues to stare at this dead rat, trying to think of anything else.
Is it vexing you?
Yes. Do I got any other knowledge or lores that I could roll that would be of use?
Did this have any Fey influence?
Heh,
Technically, you can do all the lores, Gator.
that's true. And it'd be like what, a plus 16?
Um, 9 plus 5, right?
It'd be 9 plus 5 plus the brooch, I think.
Oh, and 2 because trained, right? You're trained in everything, right? Oh no, you're not. It's just your level instead of 0. So 9 plus 1 from the brooch plus 5. So 15.
How do I make that hidden from the... There we go.
Well, with that roll, nothing comes to mind.
Sadness. Wait, should I hero point it?
Technically, you could.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
I also forgot to start the hero point timer, so
We've been at it for 3 hours?
yep. So let's
I'll
do
give it a
this,
hero point.
and then yeah, it's not randomizing it without the timer coming up. So Karma got one. It's still not randomizing them. That's weird. And then Garmerum got one. And then Garmerum got one.
That's random, right?
Yep.
Well, is that 3 to me?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Can you reroll? I'm
Damn.
full. Can you reroll one of
No.
those?
Can we hero point the hero point roller?
Because
There's one
someone else.
higher. That's Kuka.
Okay, give that to Kuka instead. I'm full. Man, game is almost over. We gotta burn these.
Okay, what's the plan now?
Was my reroll for not?
It was for not.
Unfortunate.
Would you like me
Damned
to
it.
reveal them to you?
Are they both incredibly
1
terrible?
and 2. 1 and
Yes.
2.
I mean, if you want me to agonize, so.
Here you go. There's the first one.
Wait, did you
3.
reroll?
You did.
I did.
I thought you just had 10 to.
Yeah, I thought we were going with the add
Yeah.
10.
If you would have added
Yeah.
10, it would have succeeded, yes. So
Oh,
there's your
what?
second
I
one,
didn't.
by the way.
I thought we were doing the reroll. Oh shit.
No, we've been adding 10s.
If you add 10,
Oh.
you would have gotten cranium rats, right? They're funny lots, right? I forgot what I was gonna say now. Shit.
It's the only rule that's been keeping us alive.
I was gonna say I have another hero point because I gave the
Yeah.
intro, so I'll just fucking add 10. I don't give a shit.
Your second one was a 1.
It's a good thing you didn't reroll it.
With a +10, Mr. Gator, you can stretch your brain and say, hey, if we really wanted to know what's up with this rat, we could just get 9 more cranium rats so it could become sapient and tell us. And we do have a book that tells us how to make cranium rats.
While intriguing, also fucked up.
Uh-huh. If you want to solve this problem unethically, you could just torture 9 creatures.
Well, more. A lot are gonna die. Remember? And also, you have to weed out aggressive rats too. There's a whole reason they had Rat Utopia when making
9
them.
minimum. of
Ratopia.
that.
Plus, who's to say that they're even gonna fucking talk with us once they're like, oh yeah, you just brutally tortured us for the past 2 months.
However, that does make me consider. We know that priest guy was interested in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if he has some?
How
Some
would you
blood.
have some? That concerns me.
Maybe he found some.
guys, check out this cool rat I found.
He's got a brain sticking out.
Screeching while you're holding it by its tail.
These things aren't Minecraft pink sheeps. They don't have a 1 in 100 chance of spawning.
It's called abiogenesis. If you just leave out a pile of hay, it'll come out from the hay.
Yeah, that's how you get the Black Plague. It's called humors. This is why Gator is expert in medicine.
Humors.
You have a very choleric humor about you, while Gator himself is a melancholic and sanguine.
Am I
Yes,
sanguine?
these humors are very yellow, yes.
I think we'll need to bleed some of it out.
Yes, these are very red humors.
Do you have a case of the vapors?
Should we air out your blood a little?
Do you need Vicks Vapor Rub?
Who's Vic?
I don't get why blood on the outside's such a bad thing. It's just picking up more oxygen.
Vic is the Nagaji, Vic Viper. I give everyone permission to make a Nagaji character that is now called Vic Viper.
At level 20?
And I guess you'd have to make them either a gunslinger or an inventor or something for it to make sense.
Who's Vic Viper?
It's the
That's the
ship from
name.
Gradius.
Yep.
So what now?
It's the name of the ship that you play as in Gradius.
Oh, never played Grace.
Oh, it's from like NES, SNES.
It was an arcade game first, wasn't it?
Believe so, yeah.
I'd like. No, I've never played it. It sounds familiar, Grace.
Here's a picture of the Vic Viper from a Yu-Gi-Oh card, apparently.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the
Because it's owned by
options.
Konami.
Yep.
Yeah, they were called options in Yu-Gi-Oh, I think.
Wait. Those were options?
Or like options are related to it.
Or well, yeah, because like options go around the ship, at least in the game. It wouldn't surprise me if that was like part of the XYZ kind of thing that they had going on at some point, or some kind of thing like that.
When an attack is declared involving your face-up monster and an opponent's monster, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. Other light machine monsters you control gain 1200 attack. That's a lot.
It's pretty cool.
Apparently they have a bunch of different Vic Vipers, actually.
Oh shit.
But why?
Because Konami owns them and could make them, I guess. Have you seen what kind of shit they put on Yu-Gi-Oh cards? They absolutely pull everything out of their ass.
Fair. Dear friends, if I were to get myself a pet, what should I get?
A
sheep?
floating orb, because it comes for free from Kitsune.
I can't, it's not free. I need a feed for it.
Use the cranium rat.
Okay. How do I begin? Hello, cranium rat. Thou art my pet now.
You take the general feat pet, which is the same thing as familiar but weaker.
Just pet.
Yeah, I think it's just called pet.
Let me look that up.
It's just called pet.
Just want to know what it does.
I think they recommend that you take it, or you give it to people for free, though. Like as a starting option for a character.
Oh, well, we're level 9. I see it now.
Oh, would you like to meet Ratman, or would you like to just wait until the next day?
Well, if this cranium rat has not died from loneliness, could I have this pet feed? I don't know what it does. Does it do anything?
They're like a familiar, but you can only pick very specific familiar abilities. You can't pick all of them. And that's basically it.
That's fine. It's just there to look pretty. I mean, well, will it understand me?
Amphibious, burrower, climber, dark vision, echolocation, fast, flyer, manual dexterity, scent, or tough.
I
You
might just pick tough.
you would need me to translate if you make this thing your pet.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I'll speak to it the way people who own pets speak to their pets. Who's a good little rat? Who's a sweet little baby? You understand that. You understand the tone.
The only other difference is that it becomes a minion, which means that it gains 2 actions during your turn.
If I
And
use an action to make it move.
yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
it's literally the same as a familiar. You spend 1 action and it gets 2.
But I can't, like. Oh, choose 2 of the following abilities. Okay. That's not bad. It's not bad.
If
Will.
you can successfully cure this rat's depression, I will let you have the pet general feat for free.
Okay.
Is that just like a diplomacy check?
I'm not
No.
going to. That's not going to. I can't even communicate with it, right? It's not just gonna be cured.
You just gotta give him lots of pets and attention.
You will
And
have to
food.
do.
And Xanax.
Well, I want to find Zan. I've been asking for it. I just don't know anything about Xanax.
Oh, that's the troll that lives down the street.
Yeah, you can't give the rat. He eats them.
Where can we find the mythical dragon Alaprazlam?
I can
You'll have
only
to
think
ask
about
one of the
giving it.
wizards.
Yeah. Tell you what, I will carry little rat friend, and I don't know. Maybe it'll imprint on me. I don't know how rats work. Into a pet store. I'll keep it hidden. I'll ask people like, "Hey, do you have three little treaties? What'll happen if your pet is depressed?"
By the way, Kuka, did you know that I can't link it unless I have it on somebody's here? I'm going to drag it on you real quick. This exists.
Familiar satchel.
Yeah, that's my hat.
Or you just wear it on your head.
I just fucking. I don't need a satchel when I just put the rat in my hat.
I might need to buy one of
So
these.
instead of the cat in the hat, it's the rat in the hat.
Yes.
That's from Bananas and Pajamas.
And now we also have. You have your big rat in the hat and your small rat in the hat.
Are you gonna make us green eggs and eggs?
And how about more eggs?
Eggs!
I'll put a
Eggs!
hat on those eggs.
Eggs!
Mr. Fairchild, have you ever owned a pet? Mr. Fairchild's dead. Abner? Yes, Abner's dead.
Sorry, what? I'm like barely awake right now.
Sorry. Abner, have you ever owned a pet?
No, I have not. I think people
Oh,
have tried to own me as a pet, but I've never been owned as a pet.
well, what
Haven't
do
owned a pet.
pets do?
Depends on the pet.
Like a rat?
I'm sorry,
With
we
a-
just gonna gloss over that.
Is that not normal?
We are going to gloss over that, yes.
All
I
right.
don't think I don't think that's a foreign concept to Garmrim, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's like people. That happens.
Also,
you-
why are you?
It happens in hell all the time.
You lived in
Yeah,
hell.
man.
There's succubi down there.
Yeah, I was a pet, but as a dog.
Why did you just decide? Yeah, let's ask the not person who has a familiar that's already a rat.
Because yours talks. Doesn't it? Yours is like a special rat.
I picked this thing up out of a trash can.
I've seen you talking to him.
I can't believe you just called Atlas literal garbage. What the hell?
Atlas is more than just a trash rat. I want to speak to Abner about it because we have similar builds, and who knows what like people like me have for pets.
Yeah, I mean, a rat would be kind of an unusual choice for you.
How so?
I think the general consensus is that large people tend to have large pets or very small, cuddly pets
This is
as
small.
a juxtaposition.
Small but not cuddly.
It is very crushable. It's very hard to cuddle this.
I think I more mean like, affectionate and fluffy is the word.
This one has depression.
So, I
Maybe
don't know where that fits in the spectrum of pets, but
maybe this rat would be interested in striking a deal. A fiendish bargain to deal with its depression, perhaps.
Yes, dear rat, I am a fiend. Would you like your depression cured? We shall send it to hell where it belongs. Where all
Oh.
bad feelings go.
I don't think it understands it.
Kuka, I need a translator.
Is depression a harmful condition?
I feel like it is.
Oh, that's only on you though, not the rat.
Wait, what was the question?
Is depression a harmful condition?
Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I'd say. I'd say yes. No, I meant what was the question for translating?
Oh, for translating. Oh, I'm asking you to ask this rat if it would like to have its mood lightened by having its depression siphoned out of it and into the hells.
Do you know what a devil is?
It does not respond.
Great, it's broken. Now what?
Do you wanna have a deal with the devil? Why am I asking it this?
I don't know. I made a facetious suggestion and everybody rolled with it.
Facetious? That's crazy. You're a judge.
I mean, if it works, question mark.
Yeah.
All right. It's because I wish to adopt this one as a pet in a way to understand mortal lives better.
Why do mortals keep pets and not?
I know why devils do it.
I was gonna say, and not like succubus pets.
Yeah. I cannot get any sexual gratification from this pet whatsoever.
Heads up if anybody has the music real loud. There's going to be a groan in this song in a second.
Oh, what sucks is
Right about now.
Okay.
oh boy. I gotta leave in 7 minutes.
So
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or would you like to just wait until the next day for the other two main things?
Okay, if we're ending the day, I wish to go to a pet store, ask for rat medication for why rats would be sad, especially when they're lonely, and for rat treats.
The only thing I could suggest would be to continue trying to find places where we think cranium rats might have been
Yeah.
and see if that gets us anywhere.
The search
Um,
for curing this rat's depression has grown it's grown on me.
yeah, because outside of the lab, I don't know if we have any particularly concrete places to look. And the only other idea that I got is maybe you ask the Rat Network again.
sounds good to me. The Rat Network has way too much bread for me to feed them, so
Have you saturated the rat network with too much bread?
I will start buying other things. Just buy out entire markets of other foods.
Potatoes.
I will buy every fucking potato in this goddamn town.
I like potatoes.
Rice.
Okay, now
Rice
It'll
we're
be
is
just
the
okay.
old Oakley potato famine of
now
whatever year we're in.
we're just feeding these rats only carbs. They need other things.
Well, listen, I don't know what. I know I need meat to stay muscular. Do rats need meat to be
Not
muscular?
true. Garmin, have you heard of soybeans?
No. I'm not a smart boy.
Soy is just
He's
plant
never
meat.
heard of a soy boy?
Yeah, are you
I'm not a soy.
boy?
I'm not a soy boy. I'm a beef boy
Would you
or a
like to
pork
become
boy.
a soy boy?
What
He's
is
a
a
beef
soy boy?
boy.
So the person that runs the animal store, that is not so much a pet store, but more of like a farmer's market.
Okay.
Um, they mention that normally you should not have one rat and you should have at least two.
Okay. Could I buy another one?
The problem
How
problem
do I
with
make
that
the friends?
the problem with that is that the rats they have are for feeding the other animals.
Well, is that what they're raised for then? Do they just be like, are they into it? Do they...
They're
I don't see why Cranium Rat can't befriend Atlas or other rats of the Rat Network.
Well, the rat network doesn't like him, it seems.
No, but they could be brought around potentially.
Yeah, but we can
If
force Atlas to like him.
I wouldn't go that far to say that he
Make
likes them.
friends! Make friends with this mutant rat, Atlas. Come on, don't be mean.
I was going to say Kuka can make Atlas hang out with Cranium Rat.
Atlas just fucking looks at Garmram. Okay, sit for me.
That is so much more depressing if you know someone is being forced to hang out with you they don't want to.
Yeah, because buying a friend is so much better.
Yes, because then they have no choice. That's their purpose, right? It's how transactions work.
I've heard of these before. They're called an escort.
Bought you an escort, rat. Here, get your little dick wet. That'll make people happy.
Let it rub your brain ever so gently.
This is why brothels are so popular. People here are depressed and there's no medication.
Kuka just
Yeah, there
hears
is.
Garmrum and
It's
fucking
alcohol.
just starts walking away with the rat on his shoulder, like, I don't.
Apparently, they're not allowed to have alcohol.
I think rats may actually be one of the ones that can drink
Can
alcohol.
they?
They can ingest alcohol, but you probably shouldn't give them
Mixers?
Yeah, I mean, they have tiny fucking livers.
Yeah, I'll give him a little thimble of it. It's right, it's fine.
I think rats may also be one of the ones that can eat spicy things like birds.
Do they like it?
I mean, some do. Their
I know that-
physiology is incredibly similar to humans. That's
I
why.
know that they can't vomit. That's why rat poison just stays kind of in them and it sucks.
Yeah. Rat poisons
Yeah.
all have emetics in them, but since rats don't have a vomit center in their brain,
I will say that we don't really have enough time to do anything else this session, but I would suggest if we're going to do anything else with Cranium Rat, we try to find some places to take him before we go the next day.
All right. We'll call him. We'll give him a nickname. Call him CR or something. We'll name him Krat.
We'll call him
Like Sea Rat.
call him Crane.
Crane. That's a nice name.
Ichabod.
Icky.
Yes.
Ichabod Crane. Icky
Ichabod.
for sure. You're a little icky.
I see.
Gently strokes his back.
In-
We will be good friends, Icky. You will be my pet and you will love me so.
His name is Ichabod Crane. He is an individual contributor in the corporation that he works for.
He will be the mascot of the 7th District Court. Circuit Court.
It's fifth.
Is it 5th?
it's fifth.
Okay, the 5th.
Kuka just translates. Your name is Icky now. It's short for Ichabod
Ichabod.
Crane. And that one right there is going to become your friend.
Ichiban Crane.
Ichiban.
Yo.
Tell him he's going to get his little dick wet.
I'm not
don't.
telling him that.
I cannot
We're-
give.
I cannot find rat bottles. I've wasted these 3 hero points by not using them. I spent
Cannot
all 3 to the
give-
Curious Depression.
I cannot give it 2 familiar abilities, even though it's supposed to have 2.
That's weird. I shall make 3 rolls just because I want to use my hero points. I will spend all these rolls on trying to cheer him up. One will be
I'll just use a single roll before ending for Rat Network if they catch any other glimpses of weird rats.
yeah, that's a good one.
And I'll go ahead and hero point whatever it is. But I'm more curious about Garmrum's rolls to cheer up this rat.
So one is to find information on how to cheer up a rat.
And all
And
these are
that's-
basically plus 10.
Yeah, so that's a 35. And then one for applying it. This is a nature roll, untrained. It's 13. And One more, I guess. Is baby talking it with the -4 because we have no shared language. But to show it that I like it. So 31. 32? Because there's a -4.
Yeah, 32. So Kuka's was for Rat Network.
Yep, setting up the rat network for any weird looking rats over the next day. While we work on carrying out the assassination.
How about this?
Also, how much money do I spend?
On trying to
On
find rat antidepressants.
yeah, Ratlin or Rat Xanax.
Um,
And just a fancy little bow tie.
I say it'd probably be really cheap. It'd probably be, if you're going really fancy, maybe like a silver.
Mm.
I'll just
I've
say
spent
2
50
silver, and then
2
you
silver.
can have whatever you want on him, whatever you
Okay.
declare it.
2 silver is hard. I spend 1 gold because I have no silver, and I think I just give a gold and don't ask for change.
Only the best drugs for
Yep.
Only
Icky.
this
Ones with
includes, I
the
guess, asking them how to help me figure out how to apply it. You know, like how is it? Do I put it in its mouth? Do I?
he's getting his drugs in gold leaf. I will say, what was the second one that was nature?
The nature is figuring out how to apply it, basically.
Okay.
Whatever it was I found. So that's a 13. I don't know if there's a circumstance bonus because part of the diplomacy would be like asking how to put it in or get it in the system.
I will say they can give you like almost like a whole kit full of stuff that's like
Little eyedropper.
2 changes of clothing. The eyedropper, but it's not for the eyes, it's for
Putting it
like
in the mouth.
I was thinking more like oiling their fur with a
Okay.
little dropper thing. Um
It smells so nice.
fucking what do you what do you call the thing where they fucking file their teeth down? Is there an actual name for that they use for rats?
I don't know. I know rats need to chew on things or
Like
their
a
teeth get too
Is it
big.
gnawing thing, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then various grooming tools and actual um it won't just be uh feel good treats and stuff, but it will also be a bunch of various um not antioxidants, god damn it,
Yeah. Antidepressants.
Antibiotics.
yeah,
Antibiotics. Yeah, yeah,
antibiotics and
yeah. There you go.
antivirals and just a bunch of medicine and shit that they had that
Yeah.
they threw in
Because,
because you gave them
yeah.
a gold
Yeah, it might be sick, you know? I'm just like,
just in case he gets sick.
Please don't overuse the antibiotic.
I go to Kuka and I'm like, what are these for?
I drank 2 bottles of this. What's it for?
This one smells nice. I tasted it to see what it was. That did not help.
They put a flavoring in that for children.
What children?
He got Flintstone gummies.
Yeah, the best ones.
Oh, but for rats.
And Kuka, the rats, mentioned they have only seen the one. However, the one living, but they have seen other ones around in the aqueducts, at sleeping, as they say it, sleeping and not waking up.
So it sounds like if we want to find more leads on potential cranium rat trails, we'll need to look through the aqueducts more.
That sounds great. I'm not going to let Icky here walk on the dirty ground, though. We've cleaned him, and he smells very nice.
Kuka just points to his shoulder, the same one that he's been riding on this entire time.
That's fine. He just puts Icky there. Go with Uncle Kuka, Icky.
And now, would you like to track down those dead rats in the same day, or time forward skip day?
We can do some quick rolls.
Well, that or I mean, what time even is it?
In game, about 3. No, about 4 p.m.
Okay, so it's not a whole lot more time left in the day before it's sundown. Harder to see in that sort, at least.
We are in a dwarf city.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah, that's
sun up
true.
and sundown
That's
doesn't
yeah.
apply.
I was thinking like getting late or something like places would be closing, be harder to move around, kind of thing.
Yeah. I guess just walking in the aqueduct would be less people. No traffic.
Well, the people that are down there are stuff like aquatic peoples.
Are they friendly?
Um, they're known as sea devils.
I'm a devil.
I think I mentioned this whenever you went down into the labs.
Is it like that big dude who we fought? Oh, I mean, who did fight us? Who we made a deal with?
They look like that.
The croc?
Was it a croc? Oh, it was like a stinky dude, no?
The big old stinky croc looking dude.
Yeah, that
Some
was.
not
kind
what
of
these are.
lizard.
No, no, oh, they're different. Okay. Oh, they have multiple arms. That's neat. At least the big one has multiple arms.
They both have multiple arms.
Do they?
Yes,
Well-
it is more than one.
Well, it's fair. Like double the normal amount, though.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, I
Sleep time.
gotta. I'm just gonna click the long rest button. This for the skip.
Let me
Oh,
type in chat.
sure.
Whoa, one over. More rat stuff. Day forward. Gilitos. I will get you the more rat stuff next time. But let's see. Advance.
I'm not sure if we gained any experience today.
You did not.
All we did was plan and talk to a guy.
I have advanced to 8 a.m. the next day.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm going to quickly give everybody. Actually, I guess I'll just give Gator this and see what it actually does.
What?
-4. -4, okay. No, you're not prone. And let me go over here and do this. And this. And this. No, not that. Actually, I guess Atlas can do it, yes. I have a feeling everybody's going to succeed at this, but... Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Very yep. Atlas and Inkblot did not notice, okay? But everyone else...
Oh boy.
Throughout the night... Let me pull this back up so I know how to say it. The normal crier in the chapel where the Council of Wizards would be, in the middle of night at about 2 a.m., starts shouting into the middle of the city. Where is it? There we go. Hic sunt dracones. Hic sunt dracones. Hic
Here be dragons.
sunt dracones. And then it stops.
What? What? Does anyone speak that language?
Yeah,
Can't-
here be
can't we
dragons.
Go over there and ask him to say it in common.
Guys, it's the equivalent of Al Qaeda sending out their letter to America.
Oh, okay.
It's
Here it
the
is, if you
it's
wanna
the
know how
dragon
it's
cult.
spelled.
Okay, Higgs Wind Dracones. We'll find out what happens next time, I suppose.
We will.
Pretty exciting.
And now several people want to sleep and need to leave.
Yep. Thank
Hey,
you
guys.
as always, Doug.
Thanks for. It's been a while.
Thank you,
Miss you
everybody,
all.
for running.
Excellent session.
Good session.
Later,
Later,
everybody.
friends.